But you only have 9 strength and 12 charisma. Did you bump your charisma and your strength by 1?
Yeah.
Okay, so you just need 3 more strength.
I just need...
I'm ready.
Yeah, 3 more
So you need... So if you go logically,
I'm ready
it
as
would
well.
be 6...
I'm ready.
Did you guys get rid of the
8
towels?
levels.
Is that what's down there? Okay, good.
Where's my dice?
You never really want to see the towels.
Your dice?
Yeah, I moved
Towels
towels.
are kind of
Wait,
tacky.
there was a
Yeah.
towel somewhere?
Yeah, paper
Paper
towels.
towels. Real
Paper
paper
towels.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Gotta move them.
You gotta watch it though, because Rufio will grab them.
That's why I checked to make sure the thing was
You might
closed.
want to put those someplace else.
All right. Yeah, because when we got
When we open the door, he'll come running in. He'll growl. Yeah. That was a good impression. It was really good.
He's got that dog in him.
It's true.
He thinks like a dog. He talks like a dog, and he wags like a dog.
Alright, is everybody ready?
Well,
Yeah.
I am. I said I was, and Michael said he was.
I am.
And now Richard is, so that's more than half of us.
Sarah's not ready, but that's okay. She doesn't need to be ready.
I'm ready.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You don't have to.
Is everybody ready?
No.
All right, here we are. Welcome back.
doing
Hi, hello,
something
good
you're not
evening. We're not ready?
She's
I'm
not.
ready.
She's
Okay, now, hi, hello, good evening, and welcome back to the League of Roses. Sitting in front of you is the Sky Blue Rose, a group of heroes that are excited to be here, right?
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Okay, well, there you go. It's not exactly overwhelming, but it was only half of them, but that's okay. 50% is good. Oh, there's a from Michael, so that's good. That's
He's alive.
That's a so that's good. All right, good to see. The Sky Blue Rose is one of many roses called the Orders of the Rose. The Order of the Sky Blue Rose is this one. And they are in Barovia fighting all kinds of bad, nasty things. They'll give us an update after they give us a introduction to their character and an introduction to themselves, who they are and what they are about in life and where they're planning to go for the next 5 years. We also have a character question that each one of them will ask, gives us a little insight on their character, maybe. We haven't learned anything recently, we've just had a lot of anger. All right, so with that, I'll throw it open to the people at the table. Whoever would like to start to introduce their character,
Start.
please raise your hand and go.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I play 2 characters. The first one is N, short for Nigel. He is a 55-year-old human wizard who is a blade-singing wizard. He used to be a paladin, but now he's no longer due to a deck of many things.
Happens.
Yeah, and we all go through changes, right? Sometimes it's very
Shit, I still
life-provoking.
forget. My fucking character's hair is like blue or cyan.
Yeah, you are goofy looking. We forget about that. Yeah,
It's also a pube mullet, isn't it?
No, he
no,
goes
I think
like-
they
he got rid of all the nasty stuff. Yeah.
So it's just blue.
He at one point it was so bad
I have like
he led the
blue
fights.
hair and
ready
purple
to die.
eyes.
Yeah, you get pearl eyes. What's that?
Purple.
Purple eyes.
violet
Okay.
eyes.
Yeah.
Wow, what a combination.
So tell us more about N.
He has reddish hair. He isn't
Gray hair
as...
because he was old.
No, he's 55.
Yeah, younger.
He got some hair color back.
He got some hair color back.
I think
Yeah,
there's
I
still.
think
It's
so.
like red with some salt and pepper in there.
Oh, so
I think he's got to have at least the Mr. Fantastic going on.
Oh, like the white
He-
on the sides.
Has kind of a beard going on now. He's kind of letting it grow out just a little bit to go with the whole wizard thing now. He has an owl named Harry Houdini.
Houdini. I
Yeah.
didn't know that. Okay.
He can't read, and his spells come from a picture book of the Bible.
The Bible.
Yeah.
I thought you were still under Ezra's domain.
Well,
He
Ezra's
is.
Bible.
But Ezra's
Ezra
Bible.
has a Bible. Oh,
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Does Ezra have a Noah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
His name is
His name's
Broa.
Ted, though.
Roa.
No, I said Broa.
Ted
Broa.
Ted
Because he's
Broa.
a bro.
His name's Ted Broa.
All right, good. It's very good. There's always an answer. Okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the question for N is, what is the one task N would absolutely refuse to do?
Bless
you.
Bless
Thank
you.
you.
I said it first. I'm the nicest.
Have sex.
He still won't have sex.
Still won't have
Wow,
sex.
that's surprising. Even
I,
without the,
He's
casting
already
belt.
this old. Might as well keep at it. You know. Now it's just to see how long he can go.
You know, yeah. Who cares at this point? huh?
Yeah. Who cares?
Yeah. It's not like they're knocking down the door to get to him anyway.
Exactly.
Not a lot of hussies in Barovia.
Yeah. So he might as well save himself just in
Came
case
to
he
the right
could
spot.
see Ezra again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll see. You never know. Somebody
He's
might-
the epitome of a wizard.
a wizard or a paladin?
Both, because in
I think
normal
wizards are
times,
pretty slimy, aren't they?
They usually are.
They're actually pretty slimy.
They're pretty slimy.
They're
They're,
sleazy.
they're
They're
conniving.
sleazy
They're
buckets.
schemers.
Yeah. But go ahead. He can be the one that's.
well, in our language and our thing, have you heard of the movie The 40-Year-Old Virgin,
Yes.
and you're considered a wizard.
If you,
If you're over 40 and you're a virgin.
Who considers
meme.
you a wizard?
Everyone.
The
And
internet. It's an internet meme.
It's
It's
a
a
meme.
meme.
Oh, okay.
So he's an actual wizard.
By far.
By far.
by definition,
We'll see what happens when he gets below 40.
Yeah.
You know.
it poofs away.
Then what happened to his chastity belt? Does he still have it?
Still on.
Still on. Okay.
But this time, you know what? To go with the whole wizardry
It's got a
thing.
book on it now.
Yeah, it's a book. There's a little book on there.
It's a book.
I'm sorry. There's a book on it about
It's
it.
an
Or there's a book
engraving.
on it.
It's an engraving of a book.
Yeah.
On the
And it
chastity
says,
belt.
books are friends.
What a nerd. Okay, yeah. That'll
Even
stop
though
the
he
girl in the
can't
tracks.
read. Even
Yeah.
though he can't read. So it's
Oh,
very
God.
ironic.
Yeah.
Well, it says do not use unlocking spell, but he can't read it, so he's
Oh, yeah.
note to self: do not use unlock spell.
He can't read the book. Okay.
Nope.
But if he ever does get an unlock spell, you know
That's
what you have
good.
to do now. You have to make him roll to see if he accidentally unlocks it.
Okay.
Which
Well,
is funny because he does have an unlocked
you do
spell.
have an unlocked
He
spell?
does. It's
Okay.
called
This
knock. And in his
Knock?
picture book, it's a picture of someone knocking on a door.
Yeah, he misses. He goes knock.
He would not think to knock on his chastity belt.
No.
Right.
No, but he
It's
has
not
to
in the
aim his
picture.
hand now. So if she ever rolls a 1,
That's the problem with only reading pictures. You
Mhm.
can't get
Self-indulged.
every picture there possible.
Yeah.
self-indulged.
That's why he only picks spells that can give him a picture.
Exactly.
He can only pick spells where he can visualize and what they'll be.
That's why he's not a weather wizard. Can't visualize the weather.
Yeah. He's got a lot of problems.
He does.
I can't imagine a wizard who has
He
to
is-
use a
the
spell
only-
on
the
a
only-
picture book to cast.
Yeah.
All of his
Yeah.
spells,
Yeah.
spells, I'm
Pretty
telling
awesome.
you, I
He's probably
legit.
in a group of one.
I'm sure.
Himself.
I'm
Right?
sure.
Nobody else
Yeah,
is
yeah.
part of that.
I'm sure the
what-
other
what
wizards
is
is
it? With witches is a coven. What is it when you have a bunch of wizards together? What's that called?
A nerd fest.
Comic Con.
A murder.
So
No, it's
Comic Con, I like that.
A comic con. Or just a con. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's very funny.
It's got to be like a
See,
fellowship.
he
It's
has
really
a
good.
spell called Shield, and in his picture book, it's a picture of a
A
shield.
shield, sure, yeah.
He has a spell called Silvery Barbs. In his picture books, it's a picture of barbs that are silver.
Sure, it makes sense. Doesn't
Yeah.
show how to do anything. to do
Doesn't
with
show. In his picture book, enlarge and reduce is a guy getting bigger and
Bigger
a guy
and
getting smaller.
Yeah.
So it's all things he can picture.
There is no single universally recognized collective noun for wizards equivalent to coven for witches.
Did you look that up?
Yeah.
I
We went
think we should just
Comic-Con.
go with
There's no
Comic-Con.
standardization.
He just
He
made
just
it.
invented
It's a
it.
con
I think
with-
it's
There's no
Comic-Con.
standardization of it, but
We have now
People-
created a new urban language.
A con of
But a
wizards.
group of wizards can be referred to by various terms: a school, a council, a conclave, or an academy.
See, conclave con.
A con.
A
I think a
con.
con is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could be.
Well, we need to coin the term now. We'll
Your
wanna-
school of wizards implies that they're in a boat.
Webster,
They're
hear
learning
us out.
together. So, what do wizards do if they don't get together and learn? What do they do together?
The experiment.
They will win.
With their
They
bodies.
probably
They do what?
They probably goon.
What did you say?
I was saying goon.
Yeah, the goon.
Yeah.
They just goon together.
If I'm being honest, that's probably what they do.
Yeah.
They probably help each other out. a
I
little
don't
bit,
know
too.
what goon means.
Well, the reason why you're laughing, that's probably a good indicator of what it is.
What is it?
So,
It's got to be something sensitive.
to my understanding at least,
Oh, no.
it is when you just like all day, you just whack it.
Oh, okay, that's all I need.
But you don't finish.
You don't
But the
finish.
thing
You
is,
edge. You
You
edge.
edge yourself, yes.
They whack
But
off
it's like
to the
you
new
have to
knowledge.
You edge yourself.
No, the difference
Yeah.
between
You
it and
just- you don't
edging is
finish.
edging you can stop.
I don't know what
Gooning
edging
you have
means.
to. Gooning is supposed to. I think you're supposed to go into a weird state
It's a goon
of
of
like
wizards.
hypnosis or some
Nirvana.
shit like that. You're supposed to go. You're supposed to do it so long and so hard that you become like you
Yeah.
you become like your dick becomes
Yeah, it's
your brain or
hypnosis.
something.
Some
like
people
that.
call it reaching
Like
nirvana.
you're just on the edge. Like somebody could touch you like this and you're just gonna come.
But the thing is
I'm
they
pretty sure
don't,
that's what it is.
Well, we've got.
they
how
don't
many-
goon
That's
to
what I
ladies.
looked up on like the Urban Dictionary. I don't actually
they
know
don't-
if that's true though.
They don't goon to ladies. They goon to the knowledge
goon to
they
knowledge.
learn.
But Drew, that's why ends.
I'm learning a life spell.
Drew, that's why ends. That's why ends
He's
picture book
learning
is.
this, yeah.
That's why ends picture book is sticky.
Oh.
Yeah, the pages stick a little. They don't quite pop out.
Oh,
He
God.
can't goon with a
Oh.
chastity belt.
He
No.
can't, but he can goon with
He can
his-
rub against it
Mentally
with
He
the
can rub
bells.
against it.
He rubs his own head.
Yeah.
Oh God, that was funny. Okay, and how many wizards in this group?
Two.
No, one,
Weather wizard.
One.
two, And he's
Oh,
one
three.
too.
Warlock.
He's
there's
a
three.
warlock. It's different.
He's a warlock.
Three.
Warlock is
It's,
different
it's
from
the
wizard.
majority.
A warlock is different
You
from
are
wizard.
you are
You clearly don't know your lore.
I'm by myself.
You're a con.
No, he's a
I'm
wizard
by
too.
myself.
He's a bar wizard.
No, I'm a barbarian blood hunter.
If anything, he's
Yeah.
more of a wizard than the warlock.
No.
Actually, no.
not at all.
I'm the
No.
lead
Well,
wizard.
technically, in reality, there's 4
I don't have
magic
I don't
wizards.
have a spell.
Just-
I can't
Yeah.
cast a spell.
Yeah. Now, all you guys, you're the only one that can't cast.
I can't cast spells. Yeah.
Okay, that was funny. Okay, very good. All right, so well, we didn't get to your answer, did we?
No, you didn't. We didn't even ask.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
No.
No,
Didn't even ask.
he said he doesn't have sex.
Oh, he doesn't have sex.
Oh, that's
right.
true.
Okay. He goons. Okay.
My second
I don't think you're
character.
allowed to goon. I don't think God would like it if you gooned.
I learned something tonight. Okay, it's very good. I feel bad.
That's why you close the windows.
His second. My second character is
Oh my
W,
God.
short for William. He's a 27-year-old human witch, part of the Coven of Steel. Fun fact about him is he
Oh.
has his hag's eye in his tummy that he's just been keeping there.
No,
Yeah.
I don't understand how you can.
Maybe when the hacks come back, they'll say, "I have something to say about your colon," and it's not very good.
Well, we got a
Yeah,
medical report.
we found a growth in your colon.
Yeah, we got something to tell you. All right, that's very good. All right, so what? Now W is not going to have the same thing. I know. What is the one task that W would absolutely refuse to do?
Edge.
Oh, Edge. Okay, we don't have to go any further. I
He
know that.
refuses to goon.
Okay, I got that.
He has no need
So,
to edge.
yeah, that's good. That's good. All right, that makes sense. All right, who's next? Who would like to?
Hi, my name's Richard, and I play the character Grutz Breaker. Grutz is a half-orc barbarian wizard blood hunter. He is bald. He doesn't have a beard anymore, but he's pretty hairy down below.
You always default about talking about the hair.
Yeah.
You know, you don't talk
Yeah,
about
but the other
muscles.
thing is
Yeah, but
you
that's
made it
presumed.
less hairy than expected. I thought he was like a bear.
No,
But
no.
he's more like
I was
No.
picturing like
slightly
Wolverine.
well-groomed guy. I was thinking like a werewolf almost.
No,
Yeah,
no.
no,
No.
he's yeah.
I thought he had a pelt. Like
I
No,
was
no,
picturing
no.
Oh yeah.
That's
No.
fine.
I was thinking it was Austin
I think you
Powers.
I was
need to-
thinking Whitey from Eight Crazy
You need,
Yes.
you need to make up. You need to talk about something besides his hair.
Just horrible.
I'm very, very muscular. I
Okay,
have
there we
muscles
go.
upon muscles.
Yeah, your
I'm
muscles in your
I am
neck and-
I am
He has
technically the
muscles in his
peak
muscles.
that a mortal can reach. The very pinnacle of it.
Like Batman.
Yes, I have whey.
Depends on the Batman.
I still drink my whey. I mix it with the water whenever I drink.
Oh yes,
You're telling me
your
that
followers
was
away.
Batman?
Yeah.
He-
You gotta have
Depends on
protein
which
somehow. When do we eat? What do we eat? Not a lot of protein, do we?
Yeah,
You gotta get the protein in somehow.
yeah. We don't waste our time on food
Yeah.
for the most part, but still.
So I drink
And
my
you're
whey.
gray. And
I'm
you,
gray,
You don't
yep.
have your hair anymore.
Don't have my hair. I lost it. I lost my beard.
Lost your beard. So
It's very
you gotta carry
sad.
everything.
I gotta slowly grow it back over time, but it won't
You
be
got
magic.
tusks.
I do have tusks,
You don't talk about
slightly.
your tusks.
Slight tusks protruding up the top, like this.
Okay. That's never a very attractive look.
No.
All right, so in my mind at least. Okay, so what is the one task that Grutz would absolutely refuse to do? He won't do it at all.
Grutz will no longer babysit kids anymore. He's done.
Okay, well,
Grutz has had a long history of babysitting kids.
not a
and
very long one, very short, but a very rough one.
He doesn't want to babysit kids anymore.
But you are okay with kids.
I'm okay with kids.
You're okay with being around them.
I'm okay with being
Talking
around
to
them.
them and relating.
Yes.
He won't hold them.
Not
I will
taking
not. I will be not left alone with them because something always happens. They always one
care. That
reason or
implies
another.
something worse than, well, death is not.
They usually end up dead or hurt.
All right, very good. All right, who's
Hi,
next, I
my
guess?
name is Michael, and I play the character Lazarus. Lazarus is a Tao Genie warlock,
Oh,
so that means
it's
he
just a piece of
he
karma.
made a pact with the Genie of the Earth. Gives him some Earth spells that I don't really use that often, but I do use Elder Class a lot, which is the main
gotta
focus
suck
of the
on him.
warlock.
That's what she said.
Let's see. He has cyan hair and violet eyes now because of the deck of many things.
Cyan hair?
Yeah,
Cyan.
What's cyan? Oh, cyan.
Cyan hair. Yeah.
Cyan is
Blue.
blue, right?
Like a
Yeah.
bright blue.
Okay.
It's like coral blue number
Yeah.
That actually fits you.
Yeah,
That's okay,
I stand
right?
Out. Yeah, it's
That's
okay.
okay.
Yeah. It just stands out like. And
your eyes are what again? Purple?
Violet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, that fits you pretty well. You should be happy with that.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
In terms of what he would refuse to do, I would not eat anyone else's shit.
I mean, you
The
mean
actual shit.
Actual
Actual
shit?
shit,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think, okay. I don't think there's anything that's...
When would that come
I
up?
agree
He
completely
would
with
not
that.
eat their
I
poop.
don't think... yeah, I agree. Okay. Yeah, there you go. That's good to know. Okay, I don't think we'll ever be.
Here's a conundrum: a gun to your head. There's two pieces of shit. One's yours, one's someone else's.
Which one are you
Which
eating?
one
Which one are you eating?
I'll take
Who
the
would rather
gun.
eat my own shit? Because at least I have less chance
Well,
of
At least you know
that and
what's
you know what's
I know what's
eating.
been in it.
Yeah, you know where it came from.
And anything it has, I probably have.
Yeah,
I won't
that's
be like
true.
contracting anything
I
new.
don't know. Can you actually eat your own shit? Can you actually eat shit?
Well, why don't you try it tonight?
I just thought maybe your body.
You can drink your own pee.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
I mean, people.
You won't get-
people
I don't
like
think
you-
you're really
people
getting
lick other
much-
people's assholes.
So how it works is your body is usually pretty good, but it doesn't always digest everything all the way through. So there
No,
could
I'm
be
sa-
some stuff
to a
you
certain
eat
extent,
that
you could your body could probably like
can't-
reject things, but
I thought you
know.
couldn't like make yourself not breathe. There's certain things your body will make you do, right? It's like, you know what I'm saying? You can't hold your breath and
Yeah.
not
have you
breathe.
ever? I mean, have you never like? I
If
don't
you,
know.
people drink
I
their
guess
own
I guess it's
piss
just
We don't have to go
pre-built
down this
in
road.
that you're never like, yeah, I want to eat that.
Right. I thought. Oh, well, I thought
But,
maybe
like-
your body would stop you from doing it. That's all I thought. But
I'm
perhaps
sure
not.
people have done it.
Yeah, people do it.
They probably
Animals
get sick.
do it.
Animals do
We
it.
don't have to go. They do.
Yeah.
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 Maple was a scrauncher, man.
Yeah,
She was always eating cat shit.
I don't.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
We would come home.
I don't want.
His
No,
cat
no,
does
I don't want to hear it. Let's not go down there.
How does it?
Yeah, my cat does it now too. She
Let's not
learned
go
from
down this
Maple,
road. I
unfortunately.
thought we were done. I thought that what you said. You don't have to, I don't want to think about this. Okay, let's go down to let's go on to let's finish.
I'm Mike. I play the character.
Really, what
That's funny.
the weather?
Yeah.
He's the weather. He
Yeah.
looks like Steve Urkel. He's very tall now, but not by choice.
Yeah.
He's very thin now.
Very
No.
thin.
He
Very
kind of
thin.
looks like
You need to give the dimensions.
The dimensions?
Yeah, you need to give
I
them.
don't ever remember this.
7'2".
He's 8'2".
I'm
He's
7'2". He's
139
8'2".
He's 19 years old. He's 8'2". He's 139 pounds.
139 pounds at 8'2"?
Yeah, I don't understand.
How you alive?
It's yeah.
He's
looks
like a
he
stick.
looks one of
Because
those guys-
it's like it's because we live in a world of magic, right?
Yeah.
He got affected by magic, so.
Yeah, but
Looks
you
like
looked.
skeletons.
You
He's as
looked
thin
at
as
the
our phone.
Yeah, he looks like a skeleton.
I realistically, I
Skeleton
think
look
he
bad.
just got taller. I don't think he.
This is
he-
gonna
he-
sound really
I
bad.
don't
He
think he got
looks-
stretched like Mike TV.
This is gonna sound really bad.
I think everything was proportionate.
It looks like he came out of a camp. And
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
you know what camp I mean.
Oh
Whoa!
yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah.
I don't think so. No, I think he just got taller, and it's just
No,
a weird
you're
proportion.
gonna look pretty.
See,
bad.
you guys want to fuck with it and make
No,
him
no,
weird.
it's
You
wrong.
want to make
It's
him a
all
weird
wrong.
freak of nature. And, you know, just because he's the
I think
weather
anybody will
wizard.
tell you, anybody
Everybody
that's
hates
8'2"
the weather wizard.
Less than 200 pounds. That's everybody's gonna want to give him water.
Eh.
You know, you're gonna look
Just
like
water.
you're, at least a drink.
You look
know.
a little thirsty,
You look
bud.
thirsty. First, let's start with a drink.
I just assumed
Sounds
it's.
right.
I just assumed it's kind of like when you take
It's
a
very
picture, you
brittle
kind of go,
too,
man, right? I don't think it stretches.
I need
Very brittle. Okay. And he's well dressed.
He is.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else you want to say about him?
No.
Something new. Something. Okay. Like, does he eat poop or?
No.
Okay.
I don't think anybody really.
All
does
right.
that.
What is the one task that Reedy would absolutely refuse to do?
The problem with this question is there's so many things, right?
Well, just one. Just one.
Just one?
Just one. I mean, if you want to name a few, that's fine.
He would not do any sexual act unwillingly. You know, he's not gonna get on his knees and suck a dude off.
I see.
You know, he's not
Okay.
gonna.
Well, we
he's
didn't
not
have to go
gonna
down
have
that
sex
road.
with a
You didn't
hag.
have to.
You know,
You didn't have to go down there.
if a beautiful woman came around and he had to do it with her, well, okay, you know.
So if it happens in the story, somebody has to sacrifice themselves. He
Yes.
wouldn't do it. Like Grutz did it for the team. He took one
Exactly.
for the team.
I did.
He took it
So did
twice.
Doug.
Reedy
W.
Woodworth isn't a man.
W's done it
W
twice.
slept with like 3 old hags.
Yeah.
Reedy Woodworth
Grutz
isn't a
the
man.
team
And you're not going to do that.
No.
Okay. Do you know let the others step up?
He'll fuck the one chick that we're with.
Which one was that?
Grutz will too.
Esmeralda.
Esmeralda, Bird Girl or whatever.
Oh, you like Bird Girl?
This one?
Muriel.
Whatever, whichever. No, this
That
one.
was Esmeralda.
Okay, Huntress chick.
He doesn't even know
Esmeralda.
their names.
They don't even know their name.
It doesn't matter. I saw the picture.
Okay.
That's all I needed.
That's how you build a relationship, and I knowing their names.
What was it about her that's different?
She's hot.
Okay. Well,
It's not that hard.
almost every fantasy artwork piece is.
Yes.
Rarely.
No, not anymore. They ruined it.
Grutz is
They all look
reality.
like dudes. In the middle, the dudes look like chicks.
Grutz
Well,
is
I
the very
didn't mean that,
definition
but
of
okay.
reality. He's the manliest man.
All right, well, that's a good introduction, and now what we need is a recap of what happened 2 weeks ago, because last week we weren't around.
Nice.
All right,
Somebody's
Michael,
on
I
the
believe
phone,
in
not
you.
paying attention, not doing what he's supposed
Oh
to
yeah,
do.
the for what we were doing last time, basically we finished the whole vampire tomb situation where we were trying to sanctify the runes where Strahd kept all of the soulless vampire brides that he made. We sanctified it. We went back to we went to bury we basically escaped from the Frankenstein monster that was waiting outside of the tomb, and we did it by using darkness to blind it. While we basically went through and escaped, but Grutz lost his pants on the way because he was grabbed.
I was naked.
Later on, we
Butt
went.
naked.
Yeah. Later on, we went to
My ass
bury
chaps
the
were like-
body of the kid of the
Flapping.
mayor
Yeah.
that died and was in a barrel
Yep,
in the cellar, kind of like that one time.
yep.
Yeah, with the other
This
guy.
one you didn't put in the barrel.
Yeah, and this one I wasn't at
The other one you
for,
put
yeah.
in the barrel, you helped them in.
Yeah, yeah. yeah. And then left him out in
man.
a river.
Yeah,
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah,
sometimes.
you know, that's understandable.
Yeah, and
Bard.
so
He was a
for
bard.
yeah, yep.
That's what-
And so his specter of his father came, basically told us to beware because I guess every night there's like a reenactment of the events of Strahd kind of drowning the city, and like a shadow or specter of Strahd shows up with Baba Yaga, and he basically warned us away from going near Baba Yaga's sheep or house and stuff like that.
Goats.
Or goats,
Yeah.
yeah. And so we went back to the main church, let the people know there that we did the job and it was complete. Yeah, they told us the reward was the shares we already got. So there wasn't much being there.
We got it before we
Everything-
knew.
Yeah.
Everything for Michael is
A disappointment in a way.
Treasure
Yeah.
money. Okay, whatever I gain, whatever
Yeah.
I.
And then afterward, we did that long hike back to Arkenvoss Hold. And the reason why we were going back to Arkenvoss Hold is one, to tell the one revenant that we finished our task and basically bringing peace to the tomb. And to also
Very
check
cool.
in on
You did it.
what's the
It's
chick's
50
name?
something.
Marina?
It's at 866.
Yeah, you're right.
No.
I know.
I thought it was Maria.
Muriel?
Mariel, yeah, Mariel. And see how she was going with collecting the books and laying to rest
Michael.
the bones of the one lady who died in Argenvoss Hold. And I think she was taking her to the Abbey to get buried. So basically, we made all the way back to Argenvoss Hold, went to the second floor, met up with Mariel because she was like waiting in a room for, I think, the study for us. Something like that.
Sure.
And basically, she said she did the job, and she basically talked to the two revenants already, and already told them that we completed the job. And because we had like 4 or 5 of the revenants on our side, we decided to talk to the leader, who is something to. I know it's like something Fang or Tooth or
Horn.
Horn
Horn
Guard.
Guard.
Yeah. Basically, went to
That's
Horn.
good. That's very good.
Yeah, I at least got it.
Yeah,
Someone,
you did good.
someone right.
Yeah.
We went to Horn Guard
A lot
and
of
through the
names.
effort of the Revenants and through some peaceful negotiation, he agreed to give us the icon of Ravenkind on the stipulation that we do not use it on Strahd. If we do use it on Strahd,
The user will get cursed.
Yeah, the user will get cursed and they'll hunt us down for it.
And you all know why he doesn't
Evil
want you
rabbits
to
from
use it.
South
Because
He
he
doesn't
wants-
want to end.
He
it
doesn't
in
want to
this
kill
one.
Strahd. He wants Strahd to live an eternal life of torment.
Yeah, there you go. Good.
Yay!
Good.
And I think that's...
Michael did good. I'm
He
surprised.
did. He did miss something that kind of big.
A quest that we are supposed to do.
I don't
We,
remember.
the wargs
We're
came
going to
to
werewolves.
Kresk because they said we have to help them with the werewolf
Yep.
issue.
We have to help.
And they're
Wait,
gonna
did they
die.
come to- did they go to Argenvoss Hold to tell us that?
No, they told Muriel when Muriel was
Oh, okay.
there. And then she told us, and then we also want to go to Van Richten's tower because she said Rictavio.
Yeah, and then Esmeralda gets to be disappointed when she sees the carriage. It all exploded everywhere.
Yeah, where we
Oh,
left
shit.
off, she was very excited to go back to the tower.
Guys, we pretend we never been there.
Oh, the
There's a-
werewolves did it.
Yeah, the werewolf.
Oh, that's true. The werewolves did
It's
it.
true. We blew up that car.
So you're gonna head back to
Yeah,
Crest.
and then
tower
we
because you're going to
yeah, and then we all got.
It's on the way.
Yeah, it's on the
Because
on the way
Rictavio.
to
Yeah,
Crest.
Crest.
Crest, and you're
Yeah.
going to
Yeah,
Crest.
because werewolves are like above the alley
Okay.
abbey.
And why are you going to the werewolf den?
Because we promised one guy in
we
Valaki.
promised the Tanners in Valaki that would go and help find their daughter.
They
and bring her
want
back.
to seek guidance from Reedy Woodworth.
Yeah, that's
Because he was living with the wolves. He was dancing with the wolves.
Yeah, the wards.
He was dances with wolves. That's
Yeah.
right. He was. That's a
Yeah.
good analogy.
Yeah,
Very good
because the
again,
wards
yes.
saved him.
They
from,
saved him, yeah.
The vampires.
Yes.
We need to save the
Okay.
queen.
So you guys have chosen. So the reason you're going to go do this now is because.
It's urgent.
And why is it urgent? It's very good.
Because the queen is dying.
Why is she dying?
Because she's shackled there.
She's imprisoned.
Imprisoned.
That's basically what this warg told.
That's interesting.
The werewolf told the wargs.
Mhm.
The wargs were seeking
Guidance.
Reedy. Couldn't find Reedy, so they talked to Muriel. So Muriel said, "Yes, I know who you're talking about." Okay, so good. All right. So where we left off last time, you guys were given the holy symbol of Ravenkind.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
So afterwards, I said to you guys, okay, because of this event, we went ahead and you guys have leveled up. So everybody is leveled up, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So just everybody go around and just say your level, Mike.
Oh, I didn't write down.
I think you should be 7.
You're 7.
You should be 7.
What is that? Oh yeah, I'm 7.
Okay.
I do need
8,
to change
8,
it, though.
8, 7.
Okay. So all right. Okay.
I'm 8.
I thought
8.
one of you. I thought actually he was a 6.
No, he's 7.
Okay.
I'm 7 now.
All right.
Yeah.
I thought you were one up on him, but okay.
I think it used to be, but then you let it in and have like an intermittent level
I
up.
probably maybe I did. Just okay.
Dude,
Just to make sure nobody is too low.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, and so that's a big event that happened. So you guys who have spells, you picked your spells, you've set your
Yes.
your
I got
HP.
something. Woo. I'm tankier.
Your what's it again? Your
Subclass.
hit points.
Hit
Oh,
points.
yeah.
Yeah. Was this a significant upgrade for you guys at 8?
No.
No.
Oh yeah,
For
I
me
got
it
4th
was.
level spells at 7.
I got
At
1.
7.
Oh, yeah,
I got
he
two,
did
but
too.
I got 2, but I only got 1 4th level slot.
It was big for me. It's my
Yeah.
3rd level and my
All my
2nd
slots are
class,
4th
which is
level.
subclass.
Are they
I have a
really?
subclass.
Okay, so there's some.
Yeah,
so
four
there
level
was
spell
some
slots
big
are
Oh.
fourth
Yes,
level.
Oh,
I
that's
am a
interesting.
part of the Blood Hunter Order of Ghost Slaying. Woo.
And what did that provide
You know
for
what? I
you?
got something.
Just
It allows me to ignite my blade in holy
I don't think I get
sunlight,
anything till 8, to be honest.
and
Eight is
I'm very
ability
effective
score
against
improvement.
undead.
I thought you were.
Oh, I got a new
I
invocation.
thought you
too.
were able to ignite your blades in fire.
Yes,
Sunlight?
now I can do it in radiant.
Radiance.
Nope, I already
And
Storm.
I have special. I do more damage against the undead
Okay.
because I'm an order dedicated to destroying all forms of undead.
Okay. And what did you say about?
I got an Eldritch Invocation, which is basically gave me saving throws for concentration, advantage
okay.
on them, and then I got 2. I basically got access to 4th level spells,
Okay.
so I managed to pick up like 2 of them to use. Well, one is a new spell,
What happened?
a new
She
spell
said
I
the
can
Twitch
learn,
isn't
and then the
working
other
for
one
her.
is a spell I switched out because the warlock gets to switch out.
Oh, we're-
All right, good.
Okay, it's working.
There you go. Everything's good. Everything should be okay.
All right, we're back. Good.
Are we
Okay.
though? Are we
All
really?
right, everything else is good. Okay. All right. So
How much of it do you think we actually caught?
I have no clue, but
Let's
we were
hope.
just at
Let's
this
hope
point.
none
You
of
guys were just talking about what kind of
Recap.
happened to your characters.
What happened?
So
True.
we don't have to go back to that. Okay, so so a little celebration because of course,
Celebration.
well, you know, you made a big.
We got another
accomplishment.
one.
We did.
Yeah.
That's true.
And
We did
I-
accomplish things.
One of the Madame Eva's.
Yeah,
things.
you got one
Yeah.
of her 3
Jewels.
She actually has four or 5 things for you.
Yes.
to
Yes,
get.
we have the
one
journal.
of them is of course
A journal.
the tome. Yeah, the first
We
one.
got the holy
We
symbol
got the
that
holy
we
The holy
needed.
symbol is a big one, and so would
That's
be
true.
the sun sword. So would be determining the ally, and so will be. You guys have yet to.
We have
kind of-
2 of the 6 things.
Yeah. All right, and
We did it.
okay. So to celebrate, I want to go ahead and have you all each roll a dice.
Give us
and
cake.
Each roll a 20. Hold on, that's right. And you want to roll low.
4.
Okay. Roll dice, Michael.
I rolled a nat 1.
This is fucking bullshit.
I got a 7.
The other
I
one
rolled
was
a
too
2.
high. The other one was a 19.
Mike rolled a 2. She rolled a 1. I rolled
W
a
got
7,
nat 1.
All right. Whoever got the one?
which is Sarah.
That was me.
Absolute
Here, hold on,
garbage.
I'll give it to you.
Yeah, so you got a freaking crit.
I did. I got a crit. The nat 1 has
Wait,
proved
oh,
me
there it is.
correct. Whoa, it looks fancy. Look, it's all wax sealed. Did you do the wax seal?
No, I didn't. I bought
Is
it.
that like all
I
of the
think I get
freaking
paid for
coins?
this.
I got the holy symbol. Woo! Now I can wear it while we play. Technically, my character does have the holy
He
symbol,
does.
so it makes sense.
I
Mike
just-
is livid right now.
Fucking bullshit.
His
Yeah,
face is like,
stupid.
fuck you.
So go ahead and did you share it? No, you just put it
I'm
on.
I donned
You
it.
fucking put it on.
I
Okay, so there you go. All right.
Fuck
So,
about it.
I
That's
donned
all right.
the symbol.
So
That's funny.
it's a little so when you go searching for something like this that you got and I got it like.
Does that mean you're gonna buy us a real sun sword?
Well, we'll see. We'll see. So,
Get a blow up sword.
Who knows? Yeah.
A blow up sword. Jesus.
I'm debating what to get because I did debate getting a real sword, and I'm afraid to. So,
Just
So
go to
anyway.
like the Joann's and buy the little foam one for a little kid.
yeah, I thought about that. One of those balloon ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we go through this once probably in our lives. I can't see you ever doing this thing again, even
Yeah.
without me, because it's so big, right? And
Yeah.
how can you possibly play this not knowing and trying not to pretend you not know all these things? It's just
Yeah.
totally impossible.
The only chance we'd ever play it again is if
Like,
one of us was DMing it
For like other people.
for other people.
If
Yeah.
you DM'd for people and they hadn't played it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So-
actually think that's kind of the better way to go about it, too.
That's what they did was they wrote it so that you can only have to go to certain things and you can change it out. But who wants to do that? So of course, having bought that, like I said, like 2 years ago or something in preparation, well, I went to find it because I didn't know we were going to have it 2 weeks ago. And looking to find it, of course, I'm searching and so roll again a 20, and this time whoever is the highest, except for Sarah.
16.
15. So I failed.
12.
So Michael got
this
it.
is so this is not quite as la-di-da.
Yeah.
Okay. But of course, go ahead. Yeah, I'll just give it to
Do
you.
you
the
want to
box.
wear the holy symbol just once?
No, but I don't want to see it. You should have passed it around for other people.
I'll
to
pass
see
it around.
So that's what it
greedy of
is.
you,
It's a
actually.
paper.
It's a
It's
piece
the
of
map
paper.
of Ravenloft.
It's what do they give it when someone does okay but they're not the winner?
Well, not quite, but he'll read it to you.
This is an interesting.
Is that the invite party?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
invitation
it's
you're
an
supposed to.
invitation, yeah.
Yeah. It was
My
the
friends
invitation.
know that it is I, the Count of Barovia
Yeah.
and Lord of these lands, who have brought you to this land, my home, and know that I alone
Hey.
can release you from it. I bid you dine at my castle so that
Yeah.
we may introduce ourselves in civilized
You're supposed to
surroundings.
go over your chin
Your
first.
passage here will be a safe
Too
one.
late.
I await your arrival,
I
your
committed to
host,
the bit.
Strahd von
You know, there's a little hook
There.
at you.
Bitch.
So yeah, I was supposed to hand that out. I went ahead and bought it and everything and forgot about it. So you just go ahead and pass it around. It's a little memento. The best thing about it is the
Nice little,
That's cool.
jewel.
It has a
You
seal
guys
on
want
it.
yeah,
to
it had a
see-
little thing. Yeah.
Just
Sure.
have a little thing.
Had a little prop.
And at least you have a little basket now.
Oh, this one also has a fun wax seal.
Let me see it.
They're kind of fun to touch.
Oh, it's supposed to be like the thing covering the letter.
Yeah. It's the
To
So
be
it's
fair, you
gonna
could have
go-
made this look more parchment-like.
I feel like it's gonna
I
break
bought
if
it.
try to-
I did not make it myself. You can
It could have been no, but it could have been made more
Somebody on Etsy, they
parchment-like.
make these things
Right.
in.
The power of the sun compels you.
The power of Christ compels.
I
Yeah.
think they needed a
Power
coffee
of
stain
Christ
it a little
compels
bit.
you. Well,
Make
it's
it
the
look
sun,
a little-
'cause it's
make it
the
look
morning.
parchment.
It is the sun. Yeah, that's true.
The power of the sun compels you, demon.
Okay, so yeah, in searching for that thing, I found another little thing, and I thought, well, it would have been nice to have somebody open that, but too late. Oh well, we'll just do it now. Okay, so we're caught up
Wow.
now, and we're caught up on our So, let me take us back to where we were. You guys were standing with Godfrey, and you had just exited the main hall chamber with Vladimir Hornguard, and so you're standing with Godfrey outside. He remained inside. He comes out. He closes the door, and the lights in the hall are still flickering. They're casting their shadows, and he. In your hands, you have the holy symbol. He says, "So Horngard would see the symbol buried in dust and memory rather than in a fight against darkness. His grief blinds him. I will not command you. Do with it as you see fit. But if you choose to stand against Strahd, you must consider this. What will happen if you fail? What will happen to the symbol?"
He'll take it.
I don't think
will
that's
take
what
it.
you would want to
That
say.
is not the answer.
We need to
I want
ensure.
to hear.
Is that you're talking about Hornguard?
I'm
Oh,
definitely
No,
talking
he's
to you.
talking about what if we
I'm definitely-
die.
I'm sorry, I was trying
Wait,
to say.
didn't we already go through this conversation already?
Pretty much.
He says the symbol must not be lost to him, Strahd. If you fail, there must be one among you who will safeguard it.
I can put it in my ring, my Chini ring, and have my familiar fly away with it.
That is your plan. I am
Yeah.
not here to tell you, but you must have some sort of backup plan, is what I'm saying.
We do.
That's
So
what
that we
was our
can make
plan.
sure that it goes.
That's
It's
the
a
plan.
good thing I have a secret chest.
Exactly.
do you?
I did. One of my spells I picked up as W is a
You
secret
must
chest.
choose the safeguard. If you choose your familiar, then so be it.
Can my familiar cast?
Can your
cast
familiar-
daylight?
Huh?
Can my familiar use it?
No, you're
So-
not understanding
No,
my
it's a fucking-
request.
he's
This
saying to
one's
bring it
really
back.
funny.
Oh,
You
yeah,
have
it
to
can,
bring-
yeah, it can
we
be
need
back.
it. Yes, it must be my.
Don't worry, I'll be coming back too. I'll
One
be
of
back
you
too.
either must survive and come back, or you must somehow put it somewhere. Let me know
I
how it will
know.
be safeguarded.
I have
No,
a
you're the
spell.
person- you're a perfect person for it because you have the dimension door, so you can just run away.
I have a
Coward.
spell called
Well, he
Leomund's Secret Chest. I hide a chest and all its contents on the ethereal plane.
Yeah, but how will they get it?
While the chest remains on the ethereal plane, you can use an action and touch the replica to recall the chest. It appears in an unoccupied space. You can send the chest back to the ethereal plane by using an action. After 60 days, there's a 5% chance per day that the spell ends. The effect ends if you cast the spell again, if the smaller replica chest is destroyed, or if you choose to end the spell. If the spell ends and the larger chest is on the ethereal plane, it is lost forever.
No. But the point is, say you put it in the chest and then you die, it's just gonna get lost forever.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's not really a solution.
No, it's
good.
not.
No good.
But I have
It says
Dimension
to
Door,
you.
so I could teleport out.
I think the ring and the imp might be the better one because your dimension door
As
can only
long
go
as you
100
have a
feet.
plan.
It
Right?
goes
to return.
500.
500 feet? Okay. Oh, yeah.
And I think Argynvost Hold is within 500 feet.
Of what?
Strahd's castle.
No. 500 feet is very little.
How far is Strahd's castle from here?
Miles.
Oh, okay. So 500 feet.
500 feet is like the front of the house over there.
No, it's not.
Yeah, 500 feet?
I don't think that's
500 feet is not that.
It's
Okay.
not that far.
Okay.
It's like to the front of
It's
your
like,
look
it's
it
like
up if
from
you
here
want.
to my car, to our car.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not that far.
Like,
Okay.
Strahd's-
There's 5,000
Strahd's-
feet in 1 mile.
And do it 100 times.
There's
Why are
5,000
you
feet in
yelling?
1 mile.
Why are you yelling?
No, I'm just surprised.
Well, you know, it's okay. Yeah. Yeah, if you fail, the fight must not end with you. So, fight bravely, but should you fail, we need to know that your sacrifice is not in vain. So we would carry on your battle for
Well,
you.
if Michael dies, the imp clearly dies too.
Yeah,
I can hide
That
in
is
my ring
my
too.
concern.
Oh,
yeah.
I
okay.
can hide in my ring too.
Okay.
It's fast.
But then
it's-
what happens to your ring? No one knows where it is.
My aunt knows where it is, and it can take it over.
Well,
you.
the problem with
With
any
it.
contingencies, there's no absolute, right? There's
That is correct, but you need
That,
to.
or we can get a dimensional pouch. We can put the amulet in the dimensional pouch, put it in my ring, and then cause a hole to appear out of nowhere.
Yeah, but then the
Then
icon
you're
is
gonna
lost.
explode everything again.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want that.
What if you put a dimensional bag in your ring? Would it?
I'm
blow
I'm
up?
assuming it's a dimensional space. You're putting a dimensional space into another dimensional
I
space.
guess.
So do you have some sort
Yes.
of plan to get it to
Yeah.
somehow?
Yeah.
Yes.
So is that your plan? You're going to put it in a ring?
Yeah.
How will we find this ring?
The ring.
Yeah.
You will return the ring to us?
Yeah.
Yes, one of us will.
One of us
Okay, so someone will hide in the ring.
Yes, with
It has to be you.
will. Yeah, it has to be me.
has to be him.
Okay, and then eventually you would leave your ring.
Yes.
and
Dude,
bring
if
it
anyone's
back to
dying,
us.
Yes.
if it
I'll-
happens,
in fact,
I'm gonna
I'll
be the
have
first
my
one to
aunt
go.
carry the ring to you guys while I'm inside of it, safeguarding it.
So this means that you must make sure
That you do not
you
die.
do not die.
You can't die.
I am very good at not dying.
And you must make sure that you have some sort of thought as you are carrying out your plan. As you make your plan, make sure you have this as a side to where and how you would make sure you hide yourself in your ring. And the ring is beyond his knowledge. Otherwise, he takes the ring, right?
Yeah.
So that's the only thing that we must make sure of. Is,
Well, I can kind of call it back if I ever am apart from my ring. And other people can't use my ring but me.
okay, that's good. We don't want it lost.
Yeah, I can call it back.
All right. Okay. Okay. So we would somehow carry on your battle with the devil because the Order of the Silver Dragon will continue onward to release us from this iron grasp of his. Argynvost, our great silver dragon, stood against him. His wings cast a shadow of hope over these hills, and his fire burned against the tide of darkness. But Strahd, he is no mere tyrant. He is patient and cunning, and he does not fall easily. But I have the highest regard for you and the things you have done for us, and I feel very good in you having this relic in your hands. Learn how to use it. Learn what its power means to you. Learn why he fears it. I know that right now it is not exactly working as it should.
Oh, really
But-
knows why he fears it.
Why does he fear it?
Because it's in the shape of the sun.
You are very, very astute, Reedy.
Right.
Perhaps someday you will figure out something even more important. Perhaps you will be the one that ends his tyranny over
Yeah.
us.
That's the plan.
That's called
Wait,
foreshadowing.
I thought you didn't want him to end his tyranny.
No, that's not. We're not talking.
That's
We're
not
a different
what-
guy.
Oh,
Okay.
We're talking to S.
Not me.
We're
I
talking
am not
to
telling you what to do.
Vistani.
But I'm telling you, you cannot lose it to him.
We're not talking to the guy on the throne anymore.
Yeah.
Scary.
You're not
We're
talking
talking to a
to
normal
him.
We're
guy.
talking
As I
to the
said
nice
to
He's a
you
ghost.
before,
Yeah.
He's a
I am
nice
not here
ghost.
to tell you how to use it.
He's too scared.
Okay?
to use
That's
himself.
what I said to you before. I'm not telling you to use it that way, but I'm not telling you not. Okay? That's how I can look my commander in the eye and say,
You're like
Right?
the employee is like, I don't know what
I
happened,
don't
sir.
know. You told me, and I gave it to them. So he says,
Plausible deniability.
you do know that Strahd did not allow Argynvost to remain with his dignity.
Yes.
He took him down and he took his remains, his very skull, and carried him to his castle as a trophy. It remains there still, a mockery of what Argynvost stood for.
Yeah.
Ever since then, the beacon of this keep has remained unlit, its light lost with our Lord. We revenants will linger here, waiting and watching, bound to our despair, and we will look to hopefully hear from you soon as about the changes
We will
that
bring
you
the
will
skull
bring about.
back.
We know where it is.
We know where this.
We have a map to it.
If you have a plan, if you have whatever you are going to do, please let us know what you are doing and when.
Okay.
Yeah. We might need your help again convincing Hornguard when we do come back with the head
With the head
of the dragon
to put it back.
to put back together Argon boss.
Oh, again?
Yeah.
What is this plan?
Well, if we bring back the head,
We know where the head is
we
in the
know
castle.
where Argon boss head is. If
Yes.
we bring it back, I don't think your commander might be very pleased about
Oh,
bringing it
you
back.
plan to bring his skull
Yeah.
back?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, please let us know. Somehow, send a message to
Okay.
let us know. He will not be happy.
Well, you know who else won't be happy if we do that? The devil.
Yes.
They both won't be
course.
happy.
Of course. That will be a shine not only to the land of
This is
Barovia.
the second in command, right?
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
the
Okay.
second in
Okay.
command.
Yeah.
Not only is it a beacon of your success, but to get it, you will have to invade his domain.
Yep. We know how to.
That will surely gain his attention.
Yeah, we know we have access to his basement.
Do you know how and when you will be going?
We got some stuff we want to do first. We have to go to Crest first and deal with some matters.
Don't mention anything about the color red.
Oh, I know. We gotta go to Crest first.
Yeah, we gotta go to Crest first.
Okay, all right. Well, the Morning Lord shall guide you and hopefully make everything that you do as good a success as you have had right now.
Yep.
You certainly earned the symbol of the relic. Use it wisely. And I only can tell you I know nothing about its use. Good luck.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
You are welcome to stay here as long as you wish. You are welcome back at any time. However, may I caution, keep it hidden if you come back. Don't go into the Master's Hall. We should basically avoid him. Yeah, you should avoid him.
Okay.
We will.
But if you have anything you need, we will try to help you as best we can. We are still bound here. He still has those chains around him and such.
Okay.
We're still bound to our commander and his duty and his requirements. So unfortunately, we cannot help you or assist you. But you are always welcome here for respite.
Okay.
Anything that you need that we can provide, we will.
Do you have any long forgotten wine bottles sitting down somewhere?
You would have to look.
Okay.
Probably not.
Okay.
Many like you have come along and pilfered here. There's probably very little left.
Did we pilfer anything from there?
No, we didn't.
No.
There wasn't really anything.
There wasn't
here.
anything
Isn't
though when we
anything to
went there.
pilfer.
Oh, but
I
there
like how
was-
you wanted to check and make sure.
I like how you called it. I like how you called it
Wait a minute.
pilfering.
I just want to make sure.
There was an area we couldn't get into, though. I remember we couldn't open the door.
There's probably nothing in there.
Do you remember where that was?
It was in one of the circular towers, and it was
And
a
what do you think was behind there?
A bell.
probably a bell. No, one of the ghosty ghostes.
It's Horgod's personal bedroom.
Well, it could have been something that maybe it was his.
So-
It was Argenvoss probably personal quarters or something.
We went to that one already.
It's Esmeralda says. It's obviously probably the beacon,
Oh,
yeah.
right? They were protecting it.
That's
And
true.
Godfrey looks at her like, bitch. You can stay here as long as you wish.
Okay.
He's going to walk away from you.
Do any of you need to rest?
No.
We're all
We
good.
just-
We should just head over to Crest then.
Well, we should head over to the tower, but towards Crest.
Yeah. In the direction of Crest
Yeah.
to the tower. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. So Esmeralda says, all right, we're going to go to the tower.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good. I have a surprise for you all.
What's the surprise?
I'll wait to show you when
I-
we get there.
Little word.
bet I will be surprised at your reaction.
She's like giddy. Muriel's gonna say, "Are you all right? You look a little worse for wear."
No.
Well,
don't,
actually, did we actually rest for a long rest?
We
You
did.
We did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I did not.
We
We're
actually
fine.
look pretty good.
Yeah, we're pretty good.
Okay.
Maybe you're the
Well,
one.
actually, you know
looking
what?
Only. I'm just saying this as the DM and as her because you probably should eat.
I don't need to eat.
What?
I'm okay.
I'm gonna pull out a bottle of water and pour
Maybe
some
eat.
away.
Okay. Yeah, so eat a little.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out the Jimmy
I'll eat
Carl
some of
hot
those
chicken
worms that I took
Okay.
I'm gonna drink some
with the
away.
shield area, and I'm
All
gonna
I need is
offer it to
protein.
people if they want any.
Muriel says, "Those look okay, but I'm not in a form that I will eat those."
Eat them. They're pretty good.
All right.
Do you
so
want some, Reedy?
No.
Everybody's okay then. I didn't know what you guys how you guys were doing. Okay, so it's up to you if you want to leave.
We're
Let's
leaving.
get the hell out.
At the tower.
What's the weather like?
So it's about in the mid-afternoon. The weather, as you step outside of Argenvost, the air is cold. The mansion, as you know, is perched up on the mountainside.
Hang on.
It looms behind you.
Hang on. How cold? What temperature would you say?
I'm gonna say it's 45, which is fairly cold.
I'm making it rise 4 degrees. So
49, almost 50 degrees now.
Look at that. It's a little bit
That's pretty warm.
Everybody
Yeah,
steps out
that's
and they
pretty
say,
good.
oh, I didn't know that I could travel, but now I feel much better.
Exactly.
Exactly. Feels
Hey, you know what?
slightly
It's a little
warmer.
bit better.
Actually, it should be more like about in the 50s.
Oh, so it's 54 now.
Yeah, it actually was.
There we go.
So
Helped even more.
the spires, the mansion itself looms behind you, the halls and stuff. There's mist around still. There's trees. They're leafless trees. They're clawing up at the sky. They're like skeletal forms, around you. They're reaching. So the road ahead, of course, goes down. It starts to go down from you walk past the large fountain, the dragon statue that's there in the front, and you're walking down. The road is uneven. It's cracked with time and neglect. You descend the path. The skeletal trees give way to more dense forest. There's tangled roots around which you have to step over, and the looming evergreens. There's shadows between the trunks. It's almost like there's silent watchers in the land that are looking after you. The wind carries through the trees a little bit, shaking, but it's definitely, as you look up, you can see that their clouds are there's a heavy clouds coming in, and they're gray. They're dark clouds. They definitely look like rain. And Esmeralda looks up and says, "We need to move fast. This rain is coming in, and it looks bad.
Okay.
So which way do we want to go? We follow the Luna River to the north, and we can go to the crossroads." She says, "At the crossroads, to go to the tower, we go straight. Is there anything else anyone needs?"
No, I
No.
can't think so. I
No?
think we
Okay.
can go.
We're all
straight.
set to go to the
We get to
tower.
see
Okay.
Esmeralda, I really want to see your reaction when we
I
get
wanna
to
see
that.
the surprise.
I have a great
I want
surprise
to see the
for you all.
surprise.
Once we get to the tower, you will be so happy. But hold on,
What do
I
you
wait.
know? What do you know about the tower anyway, Esmeralda?
Is an old wizard tower.
Two things. Old Wizard Tower
Yes,
and...
I have a surprise.
Was it
for you.
used for was it used by like you and Van Richten or anyone like that back in the day?
yes.
As a matter of fact, yes, we did. My mentor and I would say that.
Would there happen to be a lich in that tower?
There is a tale that there was a lich who created the tower himself.
Do you know what his name was?
She's thinking. And she's walking. She says, starts with an E. Cannot remember his name for some reason. But I believe it starts with an E.
Okay. Do we still have our notes from back then? Somewhere?
I probably do.
Can I really that there's like
We found the name of the lich on like the.
Xanther, she says, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, there was like
Does that sound correct?
at
She
a
says-
game. There was like at a game. We had like a telescope that had like his name written carved on it or something like that. That we found.
What happened to that telescope?
Yeah, who had that telescope? Oh, his old character had it. And then he.
Oops.
no. That character died before he even got to the tower.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. You should look in your inventory.
Oh yeah, it is Xanther. Okay, yeah, I do have the telescope.
He has the telescope.
There we go.
See, at least I knew it was a telescope.
It was
She
Xanther.
says
It
so.
is Xanther.
The story is, the lore is, it's of course it is old and has been passed down for generations. You understand, right?
Yeah.
So we're not sure if it's real or not, but the idea is that he created this tower himself to stay, and he wanted to be farther away from the. There's supposed to be a contingent of wizards who brought all the evils, the dark spirits, encased in amber, and
Oh,
put
at
them
the
in
Amber
this
Tower.
Amber Temple.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Amber-
But Xanther left, and the stories are corruption within the wizards, different tales about what happened there. But supposedly, the tale is that the wizards that were the keepers in the temple, they went mad because they were around such evil.
That might
Yeah, the
explain the
influences.
dementia.
Xanther escaped, supposedly, but
did
he.
we kill him or did he run away?
Who?
You're talking out of character. right?
Yeah, out of character.
I don't
Okay,
remember.
She's.
The Lich?
I was gonna say she's
Yeah.
gonna stop. and
I think he might have ran away, right?
I think he wanted one of us to replace him in the Amber Temple. I think I remember. So it could be that
I feel
he's
like we killed him.
Did
Yeah,
we?
but he's a lich, so he
I think
would
we
be
killed
back.
his
Do
like
you know?
spectral image.
Yeah,
He's
that's what it
spectral
was. We
image.
beat it. We beat him, but like he didn't die. I think.
Because if he's a lich, he should have.
Well, he's a phylactery. He's a phylactery, so he won't be
Somewhere.
dead.
He won't be dead, but
Yeah, a lich has their
I
phylactery.
feel like it was like a spectral image of him.
Yeah, I feel like we would have died if it was
Oh
an
yeah, it
actual
wasn't
lich.
really him.
Yeah. We would have been dead if it was a real lich, I think.
okay. So now we know the guy's name is actually Xanthor, probably. We actually confirmed.
These are tales. The Vistani tell these tales,
Mm.
stories,
To
handed
frighten
down
little kids and
from
stuff.
the old elders.
Hmm.
Nobody knows if these are true.
Yeah, you know, yeah, I agree.
There
I
is
definitely would know.
evidence that a wizard named Xanthor did live.
Yeah, but that he lived this long and became
Was
a
he a
lich?
lich?
I don't think so.
No, who knows?
I don't think so.
Unless you know better.
No.
Okay.
I barely came to this land.
But yes, so she says, as you're walking along, she's talking. She says, yes, I trained under my master, Rudolf van Richten, for several years,
Okay.
and he taught me much about how to handle the monsters.
Mhm.
And he wrote down in a book his information itself. He kept a lot of a library of many tomes about how to handle each of these types, the undead. And you worked for him, correct?
Yes.
So you know that he bore a heavy weight from his family being
His
harmed.
history.
His
yeah.
history with the undead itself.
Yeah.
Are you aware of that?
No.
Didn't they kill
I don't think
his
he
son?
told us. We were never told this.
I thought his son got
I was
killed.
never told that.
I don't remember.
I don't know. I thought maybe his son got
I don't.
killed.
It's
Is
been
his
way
wife?
too long.
Tell us the story.
She says that is a tale for a night around the campfire.
Yeah, but we don't. Oh, okay.
I mean, we can take a campfire right now.
She
and
says,
hear his
well, but
story.
she
Well,
says,
it's still day out.
she says, if he did not share that information with you, it is not a
Yours to say.
Vistani way to talk about someone's background, their history, without their concurrence.
Yeah, but well, we don't know whether or not he's still breathing.
True, and all the more reason for me to wait for him to tell you the story,
Okay.
so that I do not do that. I know you believe he is alive, right?
Okay.
We do.
Yeah.
I too hear stories that he is somewhere here in Barovia. I seek him out. That's why I'm with you, right?
Yeah.
Not only to kill Strahd with this damn thing, but to seek my master.
Yeah. We want to
We will
find him
need
too.
him. Hmm?
We want to find him too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He will provide. Why are you laughing?
Because I was gonna say he owes his back pay.
Yeah.
You know what's really funny is I was thinking the exact same thing.
He does not pay in terms of gold or silver. He pays with his knowledge, with his advice.
He hasn't given us knowledge.
With his wisdom.
He hasn't
Doesn't
given
really
us
work when he's
advice.
dead.
Hasn't given us wisdom.
We only hope that he is alive. We can only pray.
Haven't given up much.
Weren't we
wisdom.
gonna meet up with the one guy with the lion at the Argon
tower,
Boss
right?
hole?
We were told that he's
He's
at the tower.
No, at Argenvoss Hole.
Yeah, I know, but then Muriel said that she saw him heading to the tower.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's good.
Muriel says he said that he was there. I saw him. He's a man with big funny hat, big loud clothes.
Yeah.
And a cape, and it looks like a
We're buddies. We're best
looks like a
friends.
magician.
We're
Yeah.
best friends for life.
She said he is. He was talented. He
we hid
was
in a barrel.
Entertaining in. You hid in a barrel?
We hid in a barrel together and swore brotherhood.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
She said, "Well, he's a funny man, and but he was very nervous about being an Argonvost, and he said he had to leave if you were not there. But he tells me he was at the tower, so we'll see him there."
Maybe he knows about Xanthor because we certainly don't know anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can Rictavio?
I
Yeah.
hope there's yummy meat at the tower.
Yummy meat.
Oh yeah, a lot of meat. Hopefully frozen, right?
I believe there was
Fresh.
meat in. Yeah. Okay. All right. So the path stretches onward. You travel several hours until you reach. There's a crossroads. Let me see if I can bring up the map. You guys have a map?
Sarah's got one.
Do you have one?
I
can,
have one in my pile somewhere.
Just to
Should
help.
have made it more organized. I'm just kidding.
I was organized.
You were.
I was.
You were.
Sarah's probably
Here
the
you go.
most organized.
I'm probably out of all of you guys, I'm probably the most organized.
Mine's been fine.
So here basically is.
I found it.
Mike is organized, but there's a lack of depth.
There's a lack of depth here.
So this is basically the road that you're going up. This
I do like
he's
that.
what now?
Mike says he's more organized than me, and Richard said you might be more organized, but there's a lack of depth.
It's only what, first level?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I found
So
it.
you finally come to you.
There's
reach
the wizard tower
crossroads,
right there.
And
Yep.
as you've been going along, the sky is starting to rumble. You feel like a trickle of rain is starting to come down a little bit at a time. There's rumbling. The clouds are getting thick. They're getting gray. They're getting dark. To the north, the path, barely more than a trail, winds through the forest deeper into the Barovian lands. So you come to the crossroads, and there's a bridge. You can hear the Luna River is kind of trickling along. It's rolling along beside you, and you know that to your right is to the east is Vallaki.
Yes.
And you're familiar with this area. Vallaki is that way, and then there's the Vistani camp that way.
While you're talking, sorry, I just had this thought in my head. I'm gonna ask Esmeralda if she knows about that white deer that everyone thinks is like the wizard.
She says this big folklore that is Mordenkainen,
Yeah.
who's a wizard who was in battle with Strahd. The deer itself is very large, very unusual, is described. A stag.
Yeah.
Big antlers, mature, much more large. The bigger the antlers, the more mature.
Yeah.
So very large antlers. Very typically seen above Lake Baratok in the mountains up to the north.
Yeah, we saw him.
We did.
You saw the stag.
We saw the stag.
Was big.
It was very big.
Yes.
What'd you do?
It ran away before we could
I
do
wanted
anything.
to pet it.
Did we try to touch it?
Pet it.
Yeah.
How far away was it?
He was kind of far. He was like on a ledge overlooking us.
They say that the wizard has gone crazy. He lives in his own mind.
I'd be crazy if I turned into a stag.
Well, he battled Strahd, as you know,
Yeah.
much like Argenvost. Why they all chose to fight
fight
him
him
at different
one-on-one?
times,
Yeah,
one-on-one, yeah.
They wanted to see who was
What
better.
if it was different time
It
periods?
was
They had a bet.
different time period, yeah, exactly. Mordenkainen was the last to fight him.
They had a bet going on. See if we beat it first.
How are they gonna get the payout when the other ones are dead?
St. Markovi was the first to battle.
Just go where they fought. Once you beat this Strahd, you go where
The
they fought.
battle
You take their
with
shit.
Mordenkainen occurred over the castle. And so it was in the sky, and everybody watched and saw. Whereas
That's kind of
with
cool.
Argenvost, it was above the Berez Valley.
Okay.
This is the story. And Mordenkainen exploded, supposedly exploded.
Oh.
This is the tale. And so he lost to him were his the items you know best. Very important to wizards. So his
Spellbook?
staff,
Spellbook.
his spell book, gone. Supposedly blown up with him. Fell like a comet from the sky. Crashed into the Sarah River Falls.
Do you think he got true polymorphed?
That was where I was going. Yes, that they say that his spirit changed as he was falling, and he was falling as the comet. And before he struck ground, he had changed into this animal of the forest.
Maybe since he lost his spell book, he didn't have a way to revert back, and so he's been stuck in his form.
There are people who say that he is a man as well, and he lives in a castle buried up in the snow
Oh.
into the north.
Is that past Cress?
Kresk is to the west. His castle supposedly well above Ravenloft to the east.
Maybe we should check that place out.
No one knows where it is.
Well, I had
These are all
a.
tales,
Oh.
stories.
I gotta
They
meet.
say that he comes down out of his castle to observe and see what's going on. He takes this form of the stag as a form of, what would be the term, reverence to Strahd. He will not present himself as the wizard anymore to Strahd. This is his way of showing deference.
Subservience.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a way for him to now towel.
Yeah.
Strahd
Kowtow is his name.
could go after him and kill him.
Yeah.
The thing that Strahd has that none of us have, time.
Yeah.
Time for him is
Meaningless.
meaningless, exactly. Goes on forever. So why eliminate something? See what happens, have fun.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And then he arises. Sometimes he sleeps for decades. Sometimes he has been known to sleep for centuries.
Mordecai?
He's supposed no, Strahd.
Oh.
Strahd. In fact, he has been asleep for some time and rose again just months ago.
Interesting.
3 or 4 months before you came.
Makes me think if he wakes up and goes to sleep around the time when a new version of Katarina or Tatiana would get.
Irina?
Or Tatiana.
Maybe
Tatiana?
maybe he goes to sleep and he asks his servants to let him know when a new version of her comes out, and then he wakes up.
It's like a software update.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You
I have
know,
a feeling he senses it himself.
Oh.
Remember,
No.
he is the land.
Yeah.
now I'm like thinking there was something about finding a staff in the rock, right?
Yeah, that was for yeah.
I can't find my notes on it.
These are all tales, of course. You know, this land is full of folklore. Tales, some of it balderdash, created by my own ancestors, the Vistani. Some handed down from the Druids to the Vistani, carried out. They love to tell stories.
Also, you've never used your telescope.
What
Do you
would
even know
use
what
it
it
for?
does? Lets you scry 1 time a day.
It's like a spying eye. You can see someone from far
I
away.
thought I didn't do anything.
No, it's I have it right here. Telescope 1 time a day you can scry.
You can peek into someone's life.
You can scry with that telescope?
I never clearly I didn't.
Do you know what scrying is?
Yeah, you could spy on them.
You can spy on people.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I guess it.
Only for a certain period,
Yeah. I guess you wouldn't.
While they're
want to
taking a shower.
if you are lucky.
Yeah.
If that's what you want to do.
Or you're
That's kind of a
unlucky.
waste of the scrying, but you know.
Yeah.
He sits down and
Scry
and he drops his.
Just scry
belt.
someone and they're like gooning
You
it.
can see what it actually looks like.
You can see what a con really does.
Yeah. Oh, God, it's like-
Yeah.
You guys have all kinds of stuff probably in your little bag.
Wait, do you think? How does it activate? Is it like?
I think you just have to look through it and think of the person.
Yeah, but why,
or say
what if
the
he thinks
person.
of?
You have to have. She says, I am not a wizard, but I believe you have to have. You have to know who you want to.
Van Richten. Why don't you say Van Richten?
You have to.
I never met the man.
You have to have.
I've stared him. Pass it over.
I seen.
Pass it
the other
over.
Guy, this Ozio.
Pass him-
You
Pass
have to
it
have
over.
something of theirs.
Yeah, you have to have like a hair or something.
Ah, I see.
Blood or.
Oh, you know what? We have Strahd's tome, so we technically could spy on Strahd, but he'd probably be able to tell.
He could probably tell we spied on him.
You have the tome. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
If he knew you had the tome, he would be there.
Oh, if he knew half the stuff we did, he'd be
I'm
honest.
surprised. Yeah. Okay, so she's so to the north is the path. This is barely more than a trail that winds through the forest deeper into Barovia's lands. You guys are going to turn north then, right? You're not going to go to Valaki. You're not
No.
going to go to Crest. You're going to turn north and
Yeah.
press towards the unknown or pushing through the woods. So now with the rain falling, you're starting to smell the damp
No.
earth.
No rain. I can make rain stop within 20 feet of me.
At will.
He's basically
Yeah.
like a invisible umbrella.
I'm a human umbrella.
He is
Okay.
a human
How
umbrella.
long does that
Forever.
I
last?
think forever.
It's
It's
forever.
just a dumb weather wizard thing.
He
I can do.
controls the
I got it.
he controls the
weather.
weather in a 20-foot radius from him.
From you.
We can't get wet. 20 feet. That's all of
Hold
us.
on.
Yeah.
Is around you or from you?
From me. From me.
So it's a
20
circle.
feet out.
A 20 feet circle from him.
Okay.
So as long as they're within 20 feet of me,
Yeah.
nobody's getting rained on.
I
Rain
think
my
it's-
ass.
It's one of the storm.
Okay,
The storm.
That's pretty
Weather
neat.
wither.
No
Okay.
snow, no
So
rain.
the scent of the earth
Yeah,
is
it's
still
pretty
filling
useful.
your lungs
Yeah.
with the wetness, okay? The decay of the leaves and such. The canopy above is thickening.
That's pretty good.
It's choking out what little light dares to penetrate through the gloom. The path is now riddled with roots and such, so it's a little tougher to walk. Fortunately,
neat.
though, as you walk over it, it's not raining on it, but it's wet. So the ground is becoming a little more slippery and such. The rain is starting to come down harder.
Not on us though.
All right.
I
Okay.
hate to tell you, there's no rain on my parade.
We are
So heavy
dry.
clouds are choking the sky, casting everything. All around you, though, it's now becoming dim and colorless gray. It's like a pall. The light is pale and gray, and the wind carries the scent of stones and the looming rain. Birds are all silent. The river that's usually like flowing over rocks and roots, it's like rushing quicker, you can tell. And then you start hearing like, now it's getting really dark, and you start hearing, and it's almost like little pellets. It's not just rain now. It's
hail.
really cold, yes, and little pellets. You can feel these cracking onto the ground, tearing through the leaves and branches. Marble-sized stones of ice are coming down in waves, clattering against you. Now, of course, I wrote this because it's supposed to hit you, but you guys have everything that protects you. So it's like nothing is
There's
ever
no rain,
tough.
there's no parade,
There's never
nothing.
anything hard for you.
There's
It's just
nothing.
amazing.
This is what you get from letting a weather wizard in.
God damn. However, the trees are bending and shuddering around here. The path is turning slick with mud and half-frozen slush inside.
He was waiting for so long for you to
You
say
for
it's
this?
been raining.
So it's great, huh? The river is frothing and angry up by your side. It's angry. It's quick. You press on.
Wow, the weather's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Soon the hail is giving way to a torrential rain. There's sheets of water. They're so thick it's like walking. It's like curtains are in front of you. So despite a ride around you being okay, it is wetter than shit, and it's harder for you to read.
It's like being in the eye of a hurricane.
The trail is all but disappearing beneath the puddles and rivulets. Your boots are sinking into the ground with every step. The wind is pushing you sideways, and it's driving rain into your eyes. No, it's not.
It's not.
Not.
Can't.
And your gear is getting soaked through. No,
not.
it's not.
It's not.
Poor DM.
Sucks to suck. Bet you wish you didn't have a weather
This
wizard on
simple
the team.
day's journey now, though, is becoming punishing, and it's becoming.
I don't know if it is becoming punishing.
Yes, it has to. I'm the DM. So you are
The
now.
DM can't-
It's
sorry.
so hard to see where the trail is.
Nah.
Yeah, it has
Not
to.
really.
God, it has
I'm
to.
gonna, yeah, you know what? That could make sense, right? Imagine
Maybe.
a bubble.
Even though
It's like a car windshield. There's no wind wipers.
Why don't we just stop until the rain stops then, you know? Like, why bother?
So I looked through my notes. Apparently, there's
You are
staff of
forced
power
to
in Castle
stop.
Ravenloft.
Oh, we're forced to stop. That's
That's
fine.
what it was. That's what I was waiting for.
But if anything comes within
You
the
try
range,
and rob
just
it
as
and
you're
get it.
sputtering about setting
Yeah.
up a camp or
I'm
something,
no wizard.
there is a flicker of orange that catches your eye off to the side through
it's
the
one of those
gray.
pumpkin heads. Kill it.
The firelight is barely visible,
Kill it.
flickering like a dying star.
Kill it.
You wish to go over to it.
Yes.
Fuck no.
Nestled in a small grove just off the trail, there's a rough camp of crooked branches that are lashed together into a partial lean-to.
That's creepy.
Someone doesn't control the weather 20 feet around him.
Yeah, sucks to suck, huh, buddy?
A canvas tarp is hung loosely,
say that, that's
sagging
mean.
with the rain. Beneath it, a man kneels beside a struggling fire.
My
He
goodness,
is
he could use
coaxing
the
the
weather
flame.
with it at his side.
Well, hold on. From sodden logs, his hands are blackened with soot. Steam is curled from his shoulders where the rain is soaking into his cloak, and it's like steaming.
Time to get a nice
He
hot
looks
meal,
up and
guys.
sees you approach, and he raises his eyebrow, looking as if this clear patch of 7 people walking up to him are completely dry, and he is filthy soaked with wet and rain.
I'm gonna pass him over some whey powder.
Someone doesn't have some a weather with it at his side.
He says to you, very meekly, you'll find no mercy from the sky the rest of the night.
I would think so. Well, actually,
I think
Sarah,
it's not
he has to make a bonus
He
action,
looks
right?
at this unwet
It's an action.
area
Oh, it's a
around
bonus
you.
action.
So he can't use it while he's asleep.
He realizes
can't
that
use it
he's
while
not
he's
going to fit with all of the 7 of you around each other.
If,
Right?
if I stand in the middle of his camp, he'll be fine.
He says, "Come and warm yourself by my fire. It isn't much, but it's enough to keep death away if we keep feeding it."
Well, yeah, no, now it'll be nice and dry.
Okay, I'm gonna pull my sword out and light it on fire.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask him, why is he out here? Why are you out here?
He
Poor
says,
guy.
"I am Arthur Randanovich."
Yeah.
He's like kicking the with the toe of his boot. He says, "I'm a traveler, a trader, and an occasional fire whisperer."
Oh.
I'm a fire whisperer too.
Says you're welcome to stay. He's got a pot, and
Ooh,
there's something that
num-nums.
appears to be like something he's trying to cook in there.
Num-nums.
You can see there's like a stew. Or
Well, he
something.
shouldn't have much problems now.
He
If he's
says
within the 20 feet of my
it's
circle.
not warm, but if you come closer, maybe the fire will go,
Yeah.
and we can kick it up a little bit.
Yeah.
We can have some.
He has create bonfire.
I do.
Jesus Christ! I'm so glad.
I use create bonfire.
Yeah, I wrote all this, and it's just not working.
Sucks to suck. I bet you never
It's
thought
very
the
hard to
weather.
make it tough
Bet
for
you
you
never
guys.
thought the weather wizard would come in handy, but here he is.
See, Drew, this is what happens
the
when we're
most
party.
useful of them
Drew,
all.
this is what happens when we're a party of fucking magic users.
And I knew you guys were going to set up a tent in this whole thing, but I forgot about you and your fucking no rain, no sleet, no snow.
Easy.
You're like the post office. It's not warm. He says, nothing stops you. No weather stops you. He says, my food is not warm. He says it's not much, but
Create bonfire. Let's warm it up.
at least we have company for each other. He says,
Yeah.
I caught a rabbit, and I skinned it earlier, knowing that there was going to be bad weather. And there's some potatoes and some turnips in here. It's
Lovely.
small. He pulls out some bread. He says, "This will help. It'll help it go a little further." I wasn't going to eat it, but he starts to break it
Everyone
apart.
loves bread. I think we have some champagne, don't we?
You have champagne.
We
Sweet
did.
night, yes.
Looking at the cyan blue
My meal
haired
seems
man.
very small and minor compared to everything you can do.
We have some champagne, don't we?
Yeah, we
You
have
show up
champagne.
not wet with fire on your swords.
Champagne doing us
Champagne.
on.
Yeah, I do, but that's some expensive.
You should have leveled up more.
God Almighty. He says, "Do you have any news from any of the towns of Barovia? Anything going on?"
Here, I'm gonna
Veloki's
I'm
rebuilding.
gonna pass over the bottle to Ed.
I've
There's a
seen
new mayor.
Milwaukee.
There's a
I'm
new mayor.
allergic to alcohol.
Of
They have-
Veloki.
Okay, I'm
they're
just gonna put it-
completely- I
figure
heard
that.
about they've closed
No, give it to
the
Dewey.
gates. They repaired the
Fine, I'm gonna
gates.
give the bottle to W.
What bottle?
I'm gonna
champagne
pop the
Delicor.
champagne bottle and give everyone some champagne.
Which champagne is it?
Champagne
Du
du
Le
Le
Champ-
Blanc.
Du Le
Yeah,
Champ.
Du Le
Okay,
Champ.
so
the
stop.
fancy one.
This one.
Oh my gosh.
Champagne.
He's gonna, be
Du Le
like,
Champ.
he's gonna be so amazed. He's like in shock from this party.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. What the fuck?
Oh my god. Okay.
What adventure are you living in? The bougie adventure?
He says, I'm not sure what he's gonna say. He's gonna say,
Can I
I think
travel?
I'll have more. Thank you. You're just drinking out of the bottle. Nobody
Yeah.
has any.
We're just gonna
no
drink from
cups.
the bottle.
Yeah, we're drinking from the
Well,
bottle.
we can't have everything,
Who
right?
are you?
We are
At
the greatest
the League of the
organization
Sky
ever.
Blue Rose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What is that?
We're
Van
monster
Richten's-
hunters for Van Richten.
that's right.
The Monster Hunter.
Yes.
Yeah, Richten. You are Monster Hunter.
Yes.
I've killed
Oh,
many
what? Yeah.
many a beast, vampires, werewolves. I did it all.
That's right.
Really?
Yes.
Do we look scared of some silly rain? No. Vampires? Oh,
no,
no.
you don't seem to be
We just
way
killed a bunch of zombie vampires.
We did.
Shit. Why
Yeah.
are you walking around in the middle of the night?
We're going
Because
to.
we can.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are you out in the middle of nowhere at night?
Yeah, a little
I'm a
suspicious.
traveler, a merchant.
Did you keep any?
What do you sell?
Did you nail any wolfsbane or anything around the area to keep out any potential beasts?
No, I don't have any of that.
That's how you
no.
die.
That's a bit silly, yeah.
No, it's very. I stay ahead of it all. I never really settle for long.
That means we're ahead of it all too.
Sounds like at least you're ahead of the rain.
Yeah.
What do you sell?
Wares, pots, pans, simple things, simple items.
That means you got a cup.
Huh?
You have
I
cups.
have a pot. Don't have cups.
Why are you selling pots and not cups?
We could
pot?
drink from my shoe.
Pots.
I don't want your shoe.
I will take whatever one village wants to another.
You're a
Okay.
peddler.
Yeah, I move from establishment to establishment. Depends on what needs to be moved.
Okay.
Where were you last?
I left Vallaki and I was caught in this rain. I
Oh.
probably should have stayed, but
You know,
I am only allowed in there for a certain amount of time to certain vendors. You know about Vallaki?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, you know there are certain kinds. He looks at Esmeralda. That are
Vistani.
not terribly welcome in Vallaki.
Yep.
However, I have relationships
To an extent,
that
maybe.
they will come and bring me goods and such outside of the gate. But now they are starting to allow us in.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
nice. I'm glad.
That's
Things have
good.
changed.
Probably because the mayor's different.
That's true.
That's
There is
true.
a different
That's
Burgermeister.
true.
No
Things have
prejudice.
changed. Things have changed. And where are you going?
There.
We are headed towards Kresk.
We're heading towards Crest.
You have gone the wrong way.
Oh, well, we're stopping by somewhere
Sometimes
We're
you
first.
stopping
gotta-
by a
you
way.
gotta
We're
let
stopping
the
at a
way
location
take you.
real fast. Then we're going to
I'm
Crest.
gonna toss him a silver coin. I'm gonna-
Thank you.
yeah.
You should rub that all over your face.
Why?
Good luck.
I
It
would put
is.
it in my pocket. and
No,
keep it in
no,
my pocket
no,
where
no, no.
it's
You
good
can
luck.
rub it on your face.
No,
Good luck.
that's a magical silver coin. What do you think protects us from the rain? It's the coin, but you have to rub it on your face.
And it's not that I'm a weather wizard.
He's looking at the
I'm gonna
coin.
take a silver coin from him and rub
Is
it
he
on my
touching
face.
He has nothing covering his hand, right?
Well, he's got gloves on.
Oh.
Oh, he says, you're looking at me. Oh. He's got air block. He's going to take the coin and rub it on his hand.
Okay.
Does that help?
Yeah, no,
You're
I
perhaps a
yeah.
little worried.
Yeah, the last time I saw someone on these roads, they turned out
Yeah,
to be so friendly.
the last peddler we saw, they weren't very friendly either.
Esmeralda is looking and she says, I could have vouched. I know Arturi.
Oh, you know
Why did
him.
you say anything?
Wait a minute. I don't know him.
Useless.
No,
I know hold on. I don't know him. I've heard of him.
you know
okay.
him now, but you don't know if he could have got bit, infected, or anything.
Exactly.
later on.
Exactly.
Usually they're scars.
It could be under.
What,
the
you could
glove.
wear a shirt. Maybe that's why he's wearing the gloves. Come on. What kind of monster hunter are you?
He says,
Just trusting people. Come on, lady.
He's going to give you back your coin.
Yeah.
Simple mistakes are being made by her.
Take it back.
Master monster hunter, protege of him, my ass. I'm sorry.
You're not gonna be able to fuck her
I don't
anytime
care.
soon.
I don't want to fuck somebody who doesn't know how to check for a werewolf.
He says, why don't you all have some of this?
Yeah.
Give you a little bit of the rabbit.
I'm
I'm
gonna
not
have
eating
some.
it.
Huh?
Last time I ate rabbit from someone, I
Yeah,
wasn't
you know, last
naked
time we
exactly.
ate. Now, this wasn't my character, maybe, but last time we ate somebody's food, they took all our shit and left us there naked.
I'm
Well,
not eating.
En's gonna eat it.
I'm not eating.
He should know better.
En never got anything stolen.
Someone here should know better.
I do. I was alive.
Are you gonna? You're
That's
not
true.
hungry, right?
Grutz
En
is
is gonna eat it.
No, Grutz is just gonna pull some whey and mix it with water.
Esmeralda is going to say to Arturi, please excuse them. They are not Vistani.
Mistrustful.
They do not have the trust of. My apologies.
Yeah, you
We
were
had
fine.
several people try to kill
My
us.
apologies. So Ed is going to eat.
En is gonna eat. W is gonna eat his worms. He's gonna say, I'm sorry, I've been cursed.
Oh,
Unless if you have cheese.
okay. Huh?
Unless if you have cheese, I'll eat
Got some
cheese.
gorgonzola?
He says. Yes, I have some cheese.
I'll have some
What kind?
cheese.
So he'll take out some cheese.
Kind of
It's,
cheese?
Goat cheese.
I'll have cheese and worms.
Some goat cheese. You want some goat cheese? It's good cheese. Good for you.
You take a bite of it first.
Takes a little bite.
That's what I thought. All right, I'll take some goat cheese.
Okay. Give you some goat cheese.
Don't trust it.
So he says, so you are a group of peoples together?
Yes.
You came to Barovia.
Yes.
And why?
I came here because I sensed some evil and I didn't want my comrades to go, so I came.
There was lots of evil.
Yeah. I felt like I had a duty here.
I came here because I was invited to a dinner.
He was
Dinner?
invited to
It was
dinner.
a very nice dinner. Yeah,
Did you get your fill?
I did. I did.
Did you? That's
Yeah.
good.
It's
And
always
now
nice.
you know it's not so easy to leave.
Yeah, it's always nice dining at a castle, though.
You dined at Castle Ravenloft.
Yeah.
Impressive.
We have his
Another
invite
one of
here.
your stories.
Yeah.
Is what?
We have his invitation here.
We have his invitation right
You
there.
want to show it to him?
I'm gonna show
Don't
it
let
to
it get wet.
I will.
That's a very fine.
It's okay for 20 feet.
Yeah, keep it in the 20 feet.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Amazing, all of you. You look like you have lived here a long time.
Born and raised.
Yeah, born and raised and died.
And died. And raised again.
Yeah, and born again.
I'm a born again
You're born again.
Barovian.
A born again Barovian.
So your boss. Who's your boss?
Van Richten.
Van
Well,
Richten.
it's Hives.
It's
now.
Hives now. His assistant. But we call him
He's
Chives.
dead. You're
Chives is dead?
Chives is dead?
No!
Chives!
No, we're doing this for nothing!
No, Van Richten. You think he's dead?
No, he's alive.
Is he?
That's been
Yeah.
hidden.
I don't believe it. I don't believe the story. It's fake news. Fake
That's
news.
right.
You think he's
That's what the
alive?
media wants us to think. Fake
Exactly.
news.
That's what Strahd wants everyone to think, that there's
Where do
no
you think
hope.
he is?
Here.
Here.
Well,
Somewhere.
there are rumors he is here.
Yeah.
In Barovia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that's why we're
There's
heading
also rumors that
towards.
we're here in Barovia.
We found traces.
Look at
That's
that.
why we're heading towards Kresk to see if we spot him.
You think maybe he's in Kresk?
We think he's near Christ.
Yeah.
You don't know where he is.
Good. I hope you find him. If you find him, tell him we are in need of his services.
Who are you again?
Arturi
Achuri?
Randarovich.
Yeah.
Why
do you need-
I speak for all.
Oh,
of
okay.
people.
I thought you had a job.
I do. I
Like a
work.
job for monster hunters.
Wait, what's your
No.
profession?
He's a
I'm a
traitor.
merchant.
Peddler!
I'm a
Oh
merchant.
my goodness.
He's a
I
peddler.
handle. You're like lawyers, checking my story over
Yeah.
different ways. I
That-
travel.
Well, the last time you had a peddler, it was the devil.
That's true.
true.
All right. So the rain is just. It's just ceaseless. It's
Oh,
coming down,
you know
coming
what?
down.
There's a
Not
better
on
check
us,
than
though.
silver, though.
He says, "You are my guest."
I could turn my sword into
not coming
Dawnlight
down on
and
us.
Radiant.
No, well, not anymore. Yeah.
20 feet outside of us, it is.
You are my guests for the evening. He says, "You should stay here.
Okay.
You are welcomed around the Vistani campfire.
Oh.
We are bound by tradition here." He looks at Esmeralda. You know, and she says, "Yes." Says, "We hold this time to be special. This is when we get to know each other, learn, have fun. It is in the evening, around the fire with good food, good company. So I propose the game of stories.
Yes.
The game.
This is a tradition that we have. Yeah, game of stories
Make that
in which we all contribute a wager.
Okay.
Something. Each participant will share a story, and your wager can be an object of some monetary, intellectual, or sentimental value. Usually we don't make it money. We don't care about money here. You know. So if you have something that is
I
of,
poison.
sure, we can all use that.
I
As long as
wager.
you tell us that's what it is.
I wager a hottie
It
hand
is.
clasp.
No, that is not special. That is not a good wager.
I don't just touch anybody.
Well, maybe so.
I'll wager the potion of
It's
poison.
something of intellectual or sentimental value.
I have my astrolabe.
Each time a story is
And my
told, the
silver
other
raven
participants will
I'll do a
guess
potion of
whether
poison.
the story is true or not, or whether it's false. And at the end of the game, the participant with the most correct guesses wins the pot, wins all of the items.
Okay.
What say you?
I'm
Are you
fine.
in?
Sure.
Flask of holy water.
You're all in?
Yes, we're
Good.
in.
So he brings out a little
I'll use
box,
my amulet.
and he opens it up, and he's got a...
That doesn't count.
No, this.
Oh, okay.
You guys want to talk about what you are going to wager?
Yeah, En's gonna wager his French amulet where you can cast vicious mockery 3 times, but you must insult. You must.
France in this world.
You must insult them in French.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
You.
Yeah, I gotta use
And
it.
W is going to donate his astrolabe where you can do lightning bolt for 3d6 damage.
Ow.
I'm not fucking doing any of that sort of shit.
I don't have as much magic items, and I'm not giving up my shield.
I'm
that I
gonna
got.
put my half-drunken bottle of champagne.
You have a lot of magic items. I only have 2 or 3.
So
I have
Anne
3.
is providing the astrolabe.
W is providing the astrolabe, N is providing the French amulet.
I'm providing a potion of poison. And I'll provide my whole... No, you know what? Do you want me to... No, I'm not going to up the ante.
What are you gonna wager?
A potion of poison. Wyvern poison, specifically.
What kind of poison?
Wyvern.
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 Yeah. It's really strong. I just never used it.
What are you gonna donate, Lazarus?
My half-drunken bottle of champagne de la shot.
You already provided that.
That's been provided. What do you have?
I don't know. My stupid thing won't load.
You got the orb of confusion.
Why don't you donate
You know, I'll put in 10 steaks. 10 wooden steaks.
what's Reedy gonna put in?
Vial of holy
So-
water.
Maribel is not going to participate because then I would.
Wow.
No, that's fine.
Oh, yeah, I won't participate either.
No, you have a story.
I'd be doing
Come on.
He's gonna have 3.
Look how much damage it does.
You don't want to participate? You don't have a story to share?
Well, I was gonna do like a twist on the boy who cried wolf, but
It's up to you.
yeah, I won't. I'll gasp, but I won't participate.
Why?
Let me go ahead and get rid of
I don't
it.
think he has a full story
That's
prepared.
why I provided you the updates
I was
to
thinking.
plan.
I don't have anything good to wager.
Dude, I can look.
You got all kinds of stuff. You just don't want to.
I'm not wagering my stuff.
I'm wagering good stuff.
So Arturi
What are
has
you
a
Holy water vial.
No, if you look at my inventory, like
holy water vial.
Yeah. That's pretty useful. That's pretty insightful, right?
Don't you have a Van Richten's coat that you don't even use?
That's for me to use and not. That's for me to have and not use.
You said you never want to touch it because it covers up
Arturi's
yours.
opens
That's
up
for
his
me to
box.
have and never
He's
use.
got a little spyglass in it. It's a brass spyglass. It collapses. It opens up. It has a maneuverable mirror which allows you to peer around corners. He says. So you can
Oh, that's
put it
fun.
out, peer around the corners. You can see what's going on. Esmeralda has a. She has a. Let me look quickly. I didn't think. What the fool I am. Where is it? I know something she has. It's a stone. I need to get the name. It's like a firestone. It's a fire starter stone.
Flint.
Flint?
Well, it automatically starts fire.
So it's a magic stone that starts fire.
Magic flint.
Yeah, I
It's
forgot.
a
what
firestone. If you put it up next to an
A
Eevee, it'll
magma
evolve.
rock.
It's a furtive fire starter.
Does it get consumed when you use it?
No.
Oh, awesome. You can do. Look
Sheds
at that.
bright light in a 10-foot radius, sheds no dim light, produces no smoke.
That's pretty neat.
You can instantly speak one word and it extinguishes the flame immediately.
That's cool.
Okay. I got the pot, and you're not participating, so you're going to sit around and listen.
yeah, because I don't think
You got a ring full of shit. Is that the thing that's keeping you, or you just didn't do your homework? You were too busy.
Well,
working?
I was gonna do like a thing of kind of similar to the boy who cried wolf.
Well, you don't have to tell us. I'm just saying. Do you have something you want to do?
No, I'm
It's
okay.
up to you.
I'm okay. Okay.
All right. I'm not going to force you.
I
but
have
it
my
means you're not
stories
gonna-
typed out.
Lazarus. Wah, wah, wah. All right, so now we're going to roll for our order. To see who goes first, we'll just go high and low, right?
Yes.
Arturi rolls a 15, and Esmeralda rolls a 17. Here we go.
4.
I rolled a 12.
N rolls a 3 and W rolls a 17.
Okay. So W's gonna. I'm gonna have you go first. 'Cause I don't want to go first.
Okay.
But W go first.
Okay.
Let me make sure if there's anything else I need to do. Nope. It's that simple. Okay, we're all dry, wonderfully dry, as we sit around this little fire, and everybody's gonna tell their tale. So W, you can stand up.
W's gonna stand up and he's gonna say, "This is a story from after I ran away from my home and before I found my mentor. I was exploring the forest that I initially wasn't allowed to enter. My parents forbade it after I ran away because I was like, ooh, I'm free. I can enter the forest that was forbidden from. But I was hungry. I decided to eat some of the local fauna, mushrooms, berries, and I ended up getting poisoned, and I thought I was going to die. But then I woke up in a little house, and as I left, I found out it was a town of gnomes. They had pointy hats, big white beards. They looked really weird, and they were very friendly, so I stayed for quite a while. And I ate all their food, and I drank all their drink, and we partied quite often. And by the time I knew it, a year had gone by. Didn't know. Found out they were...
No, you didn't know.
I didn't know. I thought it was very weird. I was constantly happy. They were constantly happy. There were no issues. We would go into little rooms, praise certain messiahs. It was very weird. So I eventually got a little concerned, so I stopped eating the food and drinking the drink, and I decided to explore. Went to the kitchens, and turned out they were giving everyone drugs to keep us there.
You joined a gnome cult.
I did. I joined a gnome cult. As I was trying to run away, they captured me and sent me to a prison where I met an old lady. And she told me, she was shackled, and she told me if I freed her, she'll help me out and teach me some spells. So I was like, oh, sure. So I freed her, and we ran away. And then I joined her cult. So this is a story of me joining cult after cult. I have been in 5 cults now.
All right, so we
I
have
think
to
he
go
needs
around.
triple A for
Huh?
Colt. I think he needs a triple A for Colts.
Triple
A for Colts.
Okay, so we're going to go around and people are going to vote. You want to vote anyway?
Yeah, I'll
just
vote, yeah.
for the hell of it? Okay. So I'll add you here. Come and try to keep track of this. Okay, so you can either vote true, false, or half truth. So let's start with Esmeralda's going to say she thinks W's story is a half truth.
I do too.
I think it's a half truth.
Half truth. Lazarus, half truth. Reedy, what do you think?
Probably a half truth.
Arturi is going to say it's all false.
He just wants to be different.
Yeah, because he wants to win the pot. That's strategic. What does N think?
I feel like that would be cheating.
Just give the wrong answer.
I have to do this. You can roll.
I will roll.
1d4, 1 you roll again, 2 is a false.
1 to 2 is true.
Okay.
3 to 4 is half truth, and 5 to 6 is false.
Okay, there you go.
He thinks it's false.
Okay. Oh, he's following Arturi. Okay, Esmeralda.
Do we get to find out?
We have to total it up.
Oh, we have to.
Oh.
Do we find out if it was true or false right now, or do we have to find out?
Yeah, I
at
guess
the end?
so. We should. That's the best way to total it. That makes it a lot easier than what I.
What is it?
I don't know. Half truth was a thing. Was an option.
Yeah, it's one of the
Yeah,
three.
it's either false.
I thought it was
to
true
me.
or false.
No. Didn't I say or half truth? Didn't I say half truth?
Maybe I didn't read that part.
Okay.
I don't remember.
It was
Did I-
true.
The whole thing was
The
true.
whole thing was true.
Nobody went with true.
Bullshit!
It was
You be addicted
true.
to drugs!
Yeah.
So nobody scored.
Nobody scored
The whole
that.
thing was true.
The whole
The
thing
whole
was
thing.
true.
Okay.
He did run away from home. He did eat poisonous mushrooms. He did almost die. He was saved by weird gnomes.
I thought the gnomes was the
You know
bullshit.
that would be.
I thought they were probably
Yeah,
red
another
caps.
They were
character.
drugging your food. You'd be
That's the thing
staying there. I'm
most afraid
sorry.
of was
Yeah.
gnomes guarding them.
If your food was drugged, you would still be there. So I think it's only a half truth.
No, it was true.
No. You'd be too drugged up. Why would you leave the druggy gnomes? They were making you happy.
Because it wasn't true
It
happiness.
doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
This is her story, and so sometimes
Doesn't make
stories
sense.
don't make sense.
Doesn't make sense.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, so Esmeralda's up. She says, I have a tale to tell of Redius, the kindling of wold Windia.
Why did everybody look at me when she said Redius?
There lived a wizard who only wanted to help, but unfortunately Redius had one small problem. Every time he tried to cast a spell to assist someone, he accidentally set something on fire.
That is not just me.
Need your crops watered? Boom! Flaming cornfield.
That's a fall.
Dog stuck in a tree? Poof! Now the tree's a smoldering twig, and the dog is halfway to order. Still, Redius remained eternally optimistic. Well, he'd say, brushing off the ashes from his robe. At least it's warm now. Okay? 4 degrees warmer. The villagers of Scorchshire loved Redius. That is, they loved to blame him for every suspicious puff of smoke. Eventually, they just stopped calling the fire department and installed sprinklers on everything, including the goats.
The bullying at the highest
Redius,
level.
oblivious to the chaos, kept offering help. One day, the mayor asked him to light the ceremonial lantern for the harvest festival. And he says, Redius, just light it. Not ignite the whole square. Of course, said Redius cheerfully. What could go wrong? And exactly 37 seconds later, the festival was renamed the Great Barbecue of 25. Marshmallows were toasted, eyebrows were singed, and everybody was happy. But despite the chaos, the villagers had to admit it was the most exciting festival they'd ever had. People came from miles around just to witness the guy who can set fire to soup. Realizing his accidental fame, Redius leaned in. He opened a business, Redius Spontaneous Warmth Services, offering fire-based solutions for weddings, birthdays, and mildly chilled evenings. He even invented flash-cooked hot dogs and became a food cart sensation, though most of the carts mysteriously disappeared in a cloud of smoke. The moral of the story, sometimes the best intentions do come with a spark. True or false?
False.
Or half-truth?
False.
I'm gonna say half truth.
I'll say
Hold
half.
on. So Reedy says it's false.
I'd say half
Completely
truth.
and utterly
Half,
false.
half truth.
Completely false. This is
Just
made
because
up.
there is some
W is on half
greedy-
truth, and
Yeah.
N will say truth.
I'll say half truth.
The thing is, I only put a vial of holy
Here's
water.
where
I
all
got
this
nothing
says
to
it's a
lose.
half-truth.
Yeah,
Yay!
yeah, sure.
So we have Lazarus with one.
How,
which
what's
doesn't
the
matter.
truthful part?
Grutz has a half full truth.
What's the truthful part?
W has. The truthful part is about a person who's a nice wizard who tries to help and can generate a good spark.
That's bullshit.
That's the truth.
You just wanted to go against whatever I said.
No,
That's true.
no,
Nope, that's the truth.
no.
Yeah.
Well,
Next story.
Did you write down on your little story what it was?
My story's in my head.
Oh,
My story's in my head.
I have it
I
written
have a few
down.
notes.
Okay.
And you're not allowed to vote because you asked me which one it was.
Well, next up is Arturi, but I don't want to do him next because that means.
Why would I need to write it down?
W.
I'm just naturally creative.
My story is called The Giant in the Cathedral.
I misunderstood this. I did personal stories.
They could be
Yeah,
based
I know
off
the
a personal
personal
story.
Doesn't have to. It can be
Okay.
a personal story.
I
doesn't
did
have to be-
personal
It can
stories.
be a whole made up story, right?
Okay.
Remember, it's just stories.
Okay.
There was once a
You did
giant.
fine.
Okay.
There was once a giant half orc who got lost from his tribe due to unrelated reasons that he did not do, may or may not have done.
What
And-
were those? No, go ahead. You tell your story.
This half orc had a tragic past and he needed a new life. And so, in the cold, in the starving land, in a land full of snow where there's barely any food and a bunch of wolves, he made his journey to a town. In that town, none would welcome the giant except for a nice priest named Father Rickton, who welcomed him into his church.
Oh.
The giant did his best to repay the priest. During communion, he helped with the holy water, though he accidentally drank it a few times. He tried to light the incense a few times, but a fire or two may have started. And then they may have disagreed at times about certain windows at certain instances. But this giant did his best to help everyone. But over time, the wolves came in, and more of the giant's friend disappeared, which made the giant sad. But then new people came, and the giant decided to help his friends and joined the team. The end.
I mean, I think I know the answer to this one.
True.
What do you think is true, half truth, or false?
True.
True.
All of my characters
True.
are saying true.
Okay, true.
True.
But what was the last one? Was it half true?
It's
Yeah.
true, half truth, or false.
Arturi is going to say half true, and Esmeralda is going to say false.
It's a half truth, actually.
No.
The cathedral was made of stone; it didn't catch fire.
Oh.
Ooh.
Damn, that was pretty good.
So only Arturi scored.
How many points is that Tori's on?
He's got 1.
I think
Grutz has 1. W has 1, and Lazarus has 1.
Yeah. You know, I'll compete. I'll put in a purify food and drink scroll.
Okay.
No.
So we just need you to roll, so we kind of know where you're going to
4.
be. Okay. So you and Reed.
Oh, dear
4.
God.
So we'll just.
end story is so depressing. We're ending off on a very depressing note.
That means it's true.
Okay, so I'll read Arturi's story. He stands up and he sort of bows. He says, "There once was a fox, renowned for his wisdom and skill, who dwelled with his kit in a misted wood. On a cold moonlit night, a pair of sparrows brought him their child, the tendrils of death clutching his shivering body. The fox took the chick into its den, but for all his knowledge, he could not cure its ailment, and it breathed its last in his paws. Driven mad in their grief, the vengeful sparrows, aided by 4 of their kin, stole the fox's kit in the night. They delivered him to the wolf, who had long hungered for the taste of fox flesh. The wolf devoured the kit, and the sparrows departed to return to their flock. When the fox found what the sparrows had done, rage clutched his heart in his cunning. He knew that the rats in their burrows beneath the earth had always despised the songs of the sparrows from far above. So the fox descended to the kingdom of the rats, and he promised them a forest free of the songs of the sparrows. Intrigued, the rats agreed. The rats could not find the sparrow's nest alone, but the crafty fox could. And as the sparrows slumbered in the hollow of the great oak, the rats fell upon them to feast with tooth and claw. For the crimes of the 6, the flock perished, with nary an egg spared. The misted wood is darkened now, and the trees no longer sing with the songs of the sparrows. But some say that the rats hunt still, that a lone chick yet escaped their clutches, and that one day they will find it and gobble it up like the rest." True, false, or half-truth?
Let's start true. Who thinks it's true? I do.
You think it's true, Grutz?
Yeah.
I'll say true.
Lazarus is going to be true too.
Lazarus is true, Grutz is true.
Now half true.
W, N.
N is going to say false. And so will W. I'm feeling false.
Esmeralda will say true.
What is Reedy going to say?
Half true. That seems very complicated for animals to do, but people, maybe.
Well, yeah, but it's symbolic.
Hold on, it's
No?
just a story. Remember, it's a story.
But the thing is,
Don't
it can either
read
only
it
be half
literally.
true or false.
Don't read
because,
it literally.
No.
No, because everybody's finding little loopholes.
don't.
Animals can't do all that.
No,
People
it's
can.
story,
it's a
though.
story. It could be
Based
based
on-
off of a true event, but he recasted the
That's
character as
why they're
animals.
saying true.
Animals.
Remember, it's that's why they're saying true.
No, I'm
Because
saying half true because I don't think that would be true. Then.
don't literally take it as the fox did this with the
Yeah.
sparrows and the wolves.
But
Think
that
of it
would be a
as
half true.
people,
That's
as
the loophole.
people and
Well,
events.
there's no loophole.
That's the
There's no
loophole.
loophole.
Don't overthink it. Don't overthink
That's the
it.
loophole.
The person in the thing wasn't a child; it was a half.
It can only be a half true if it's true. Because animals can't do that.
It's okay. I'm not going to argue with you. If you don't take it literal. Don't take it like that. It's intended to be a story.
Is the contents of the story or the idea of the story true? or
Yeah,
half true?
yeah. It's representation.
That's not what we agreed upon in the text
It
message.
is.
It's not.
Okay.
Half true.
Well, that's how stories are
Arturi
made.
tells you politely that the story is true.
I
Yay!
argue half true.
Damn it. I'm behind.
I argue half true. You're not as behind as me. I've got nothing right.
Okay.
Even though that one should be right. Because animals
So-
can't do all that.
So truth, Lazarus was true.
And Grutz was true.
Grutz was true.
And that was it.
And
Esmeralda
Oh,
was.
Esmeralda was true as well. Yeah.
that's a roll. Okay. Going onward, we go to looks like
Reedy or Lazarus?
Reedy. No, Grutz did what? Yeah, Reedy or Lazarus. Whoever would like to go first.
I don't care.
Okay, I'll go first. This is the story I heard a long time ago. Essentially, there was once was a village deep in the woods.
False.
There was no,
Villages aren't deep in the woods.
there was a kid in said village who would go out exploring at night. Now, this was a kid who always wanted attention from people wherever he went, so he would make up all kinds of lies. So quite a few times he would cry there's werewolves coming, over and over, which would cause the village to panic and people to start trying to hide or arm themselves to defend themselves. And every single time, they would notice that there were no wolves or werewolves and that the kid was lying. Well, one night, when the kid went out into the woods, he did see a pack of werewolves. And he did try to call out that there were werewolves coming to the village. But the people, knowing his previous lies, did not believe him. And what ended up happening is that village is no longer on the map anymore.
Wow, it sounds a little familiar. Sounds like a boy that cried wolf.
So,
I don't cry wolf.
I mean,
Roddy
Arthur's going to
does.
say true.
True.
I'm gonna say false.
Which one?
Both.
They're both going to say false?
Yes.
Really? You think there's something not there, okay? Esmeralda is going to... I'm going to roll.
What?
It's gonna be true or half true because there has been villages.
You look
before
so
the werewolves.
prepared for
Esmeralda is
something.
I just like
True.
pounding the table.
What does Reedy think?
Reedy.
Half true. It was not werewolves, it was regular wolves.
It's true. I spoke to the poor bloke myself.
You
He-
spoke to
The poor bloke himself, who was the kid. He had a couple screws loose in his head.
Grutz is
when I
doing
talked
it.
to him, but
So Arturi scores, Grutz scores, and that's it. Yep. So right now, Grutz is in the lead. Wow. You got 3.
Big brain, big brain.
Wow. Okay, Reedy.
Technically, I should have one.
Why?
But
What do you mean, why?
because animals can't do all of that.
It's a symbolic.
Come on.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Tell your story.
Alright, this is the story of the time I found a magical cursed stone.
Well, it sounds like true already, because you
During-
said I found.
During my time as a Reedy Woodworth, I like to collect.
During my time as a...
Yeah. I don't know where I'm down. I'm just going off my
What do you
head.
spend your other time as? Oh, I see, Mike. Okay. Working at, yeah, okay, go ahead. No, that's okay, go ahead.
One of my many hobbies is collecting mothy stones. So, one day when searching for mothy stones, I instead found a rather eye-catching smooth one. Out of curiosity, I picked it up and took it home with me just for the collection because it was very smooth, very nice. It was one of those weird glossy ones. And so, as I was walking home, I was just messing around with it in my hand, flipped it 3 times. And when I got there, it was announced that Roderick Woodworth was no longer there. More curious, he was one of the annoying ones. So glad I was to be rid of him. And so later on, I kept, tossing the stone, and then Roddy Woodworth what? Roddy Woodworth, one of my many cousins, a very annoying little man. He too left.
He left?
Yes, he was gone from Woodworthia. Oh, joyous day! I hated that one. He did not shut the hell up, but he was very annoying, always asking for cookies. Ew, gross, get rid of him. So, I started to notice if I turned the stone thrice in hand, an annoying member of Woodworthia would disappear. And so I turned it multiple times.
Do they run out?
Booty Woodworth, the one that would pretend to be a pirate, left.
Wait.
That's why they left so quickly.
Rudy! Yeah. Rudy, the rapper, left. And
He
then,
was a rapper? I didn't
yeah, he was a bard.
was
He was supposed to be a rapper, but he died that quickly. Nobody knew.
Couldn't get any bars
That's
out.
too bad.
And
Wait,
he
he
never
died?
got.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a
Right.
bard.
Fuck!
I didn't know that.
He
Oh,
died.
no.
Yeah, he died immediately. I think he was the one that got mind flared.
He crazy.
He did. He had to be.
Yeah, he was supposed to be spitting bars, but
Oh, that's too
Instead
bad.
he was-
I didn't know he was a rapper.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, go ahead.
And then one day he turned it thrice in hand, hoping that Rati, not Roddy, Rati, two D's, two T's,
Okay.
hoping that Rati Woodworth would leave.
Yeah.
But instead, Rupee Woodworth was gone.
Ruby.
Yeah, Rupee. She was a witch.
Oh, I
And
remember her.
instead,
Okay,
Rupee
yeah,
Woodworth
okay.
was gone.
Okay.
And then he thought, curious. So he turned it thrice in hand, and then... Oh, no, that was Ruby. Now it's Rupee.
Okay.
He turned it thrice in hand. Again, Rube Woodworth was gone. Oh no, these were people he liked. Oh, these were rather quiet folk.
Uh-oh.
No, none who would annoy him so much. He was beginning to wonder about the stone. Me, I was. I don't know why I changed the third person.
okay.
Sorry, forget that part.
You're the Englishman.
Yeah. And then I tried one more time. Remy Woodworth left, and
Remy.
oh.
Okay.
And so, instead, I tossed the stone out the window. Only for one day, for me to be hearing a really annoying noise outside. Ew, I thought. That must be evil little Rati. Opened the window, and there he was, throwing the stone up 3 times.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, I thought. Someone else I like is gonna be gone now. But he left. And then I thought, this magic stone might be onto something again. And so...
This is
What the fuck
explaining
is that
what
thing?
happened to all the Woodworths.
Oh yeah.
It's a stone.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, Roddy Woodworth left, and he thought, it took a few good people to get rid of one. And so in anger at losing the good ones, I found the stone after Roddy had dropped it out of boredom because that little guy just, goddamn, he can't, he's like a squirrel, he sees something and he goes in a different direction.
Yeah.
So I took the stone back into my room, added it into one of my small containment units, never to be touched by another soul again.
Oh, so you're gonna stay forever? Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
that's the end.
Oh, that's the end. Okay. All right.
That's it.
Okay.
Half truth.
False.
Half truth.
Okay. Who says false?
Both my characters.
I could very much tell since he kept mentioning all those characters leaving. That is true. They did leave, so it has to at least be a half truth.
I'm gonna say that it's half true. Arturi's gonna say half true, and Esmeralda's gonna say false too.
So no one said true.
What does
Grutz, what
Lazarus
did you
think?
say?
Half true.
I said
Half true. And Lazarus, what do you
Half
say?
truth.
Nobody says truth.
What is
Well, yeah. Why would? To be fair, nobody should be choosing truth. Why would there be a magic rock? Why would there be a magic rock?
No,
Of course not. It's false.
It could be.
The
something other
the
than
thing's
that.
It's
false.
false. Why would Reedy Woodworth ever pick up a smooth stone?
Yeah, but
That's
isn't it-
what I thought.
But
He
isn't
wouldn't
that
pick up
half truth though? Because everyone did leave.
No, they didn't leave because of the rock.
Yeah, but they left in the order that you mentioned they're leaving.
No,
I was
they
just going off
didn't.
this.
They
Did they
actually
not?
didn't.
Okay.
Roddy left before
That's okay. He says
Ruby
it's false.
and
Okay.
Remy.
So this comes down to Grutz. You said half truth.
Yeah.
Arturo said half truth, and Lazarus. You said half truth.
Yeah.
Okay, those were the 3 that were in contention. So it turns out Grutz is the winner.
Yay!
Yay!
And
for
still
Grutz.
has to go.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I'm sorry. I thought. Oh, that's right. Ends the last.
Ends the last
oh,
one.
the sad story. Oh, okay.
Well,
I'm sorry.
here's the other thing.
I'm
Even
sorry.
if somebody gets it right, does he still win?
No.
Oh, okay.
There's Arturi and Lazarus have 2. If he gets them wrong and one of those guys gets it, yeah, then it's going to be a, I guess, a story off.
Yeah. Well, why don't we just pick who liked the Woo story the most that they
Well,
told?
let's just go ahead and see what happens.
Yeah. Or
roll a
Because you
dice.
may roll. Let's see what
That's
ends sword and tail.
Once upon a time, there was a party of 4. The party consisted of a paladin, a cleric, a druid, and a monk. They were a startup party, but they were doing fairly well for themselves, so a small town and a fishing village came and asked them, "Hey, can you guys check out this new underground dungeon that spawned? We want to make sure it's safe, and we want to know if there's any treasures in there or anything in there that could harm the villagers." So the party said, "Sure, we'll do that. It'll be a piece of cake." So they went into the underground tunnel, and they started exploring. And, they fought their basic goblins, rats. They found basic loot, treasure, bows, swords. And they found nothing of it until they came into a split in the underground tunnel. During the split, the paladin felt he sensed a very strong, bad aura coming from the left side. But he didn't tell them. He thought, okay, you know what? We can take it. We can do it. I think we're pretty good. Because he had a big head. Because they were constantly going unscathed in their missions. So they go in to the left, like he said, and they find a really evil creature. It was a monster covered in chains, and it gave off fiend aura. to what the paladin can assume was only but a chained devil.
Oh.
During the fight, the cleric and the druid lost their life as they were trying to flee, so the paladin and the monk tried to get out, but the chained devil was chasing them. So on their way out, the monk, who was an older man, told the paladin, "You're still young. You know, even though we were led down the wrong path, you could still do it." So the monk sacrificed himself to help the paladin get out. And then ever since then, for about a year, the paladin decided to travel alone and repent for his sins.
What's then?
Why did his teammates die?
And not telling them the truth.
I'm gonna say true.
I'm going to say true as well. Arturi's going to say true.
I want to say half true.
So if I say true, okay, yeah.
Because if I just bet the same thing Grutz does,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
But I'm not doing it. I'm doing it based on the story. What does W say?
I'm going to flip a coin for W.
What does Reedy say?
He says it's false.
True. Esmeralda, I'm just going to... She says it's false.
What's the answer?
It is true.
Yeah!
Sounded true.
Here's the thing. It's N. He can't tell lies.
That was my presumption.
Oh,
That's immediately what I went with.
But it's not the same end anymore.
It's still
Personality
personality
is unchanged. The personality is
Think
unchanged.
so?
Yeah.
I think
He's
changed
still.
a little.
Otherwise, he would have taken the chastity belt
I
off.
think he's changed. Maybe not that. Okay.
No, he'd have taken it off.
True.
It is a true story.
Okay, so it is Grutz who's the winner. Okay, very nice, very good. Okay,
Yeah.
so write down all the stuff. Everybody cancel what you have.
Where's my phone?
You can copy this.
You got purify food and drink scroll off of me.
Oh man, you got one flask of holy water.
It's not what you win.
It's what you don't win.
It's the opportunity for everybody to tell a story. I think everybody did really good. And I don't think your story was as sad as I thought it was good.
Okay, what was your
It was
item?
still depressing. He lost all of his team.
He did
What's your
lose all
item,
his
sir?
team, yes.
A French amulet.
But in
What does it do?
Can cast
Arturo's
vicious
story, they
mockery
lost
3
his family,
times a day.
you know, that's- and
But you
the
must insult them
werewolf
in
story,
French.
Everybody the town
Okay.
got wiped out. So,
Yeah.
you know, something bad has to happen, you know.
All right, next one.
Astrologue.
What does
I
that
think I
do?
wrote it
Shoots
all
a
up
lightning
here.
bolt.
It's all
Does
up here.
3d6 lightning damage. Failed on half save.
Oh, you want to know. Okay.
3d6?
Magic
Yeah.
stuff.
And what's that? Is that astrolobe?
Yeah.
So it's like a little ball, like crystal
It's like
ball?
it spins. It says.
What did
It's kind of cumbersome,
what did-
so you're going to want to put it in the ring.
Okay. What did
He provided the brass eyeglass, Arturi.
Okay. I'm gonna ask him, does it do anything? or
Oh,
is
an
it just a brass
astrolabe is kind
eyeglass?
of like a clock.
He's just a normal guy.
Okay.
He's not a magic guy.
And she gave me the flop.
She gave you the fire starter stone. The thing about it is that
It can
you
glow.
command it and you can immediately extinguish
Oh, an
the
astrolabe
fire.
is like a clock.
Yeah.
And it automatically lights.
Nice. Kind of like my sword.
Yeah, I don't know that it's something you need.
Yeah, but everyone here has magic.
But
I'm the only one
everybody
without
here has,
magic.
yeah, exactly. That's the thing that she does not have. Is
I guess it
some sort of
depends on the
magic
size
way
of
to
it. It
turn
can be
on
pretty
the light.
big.
Okay, so very good.
Yeah.
That was good, you guys. Everybody did a great job.
Thank you.
Okay, so as you guys are all congratulating Grutz and such, Arturi stands and he says, "Now I must bid you a fond farewell.
Bye.
Bye.
The road remembers those who walk it well. May it carry you true and bring you back with tales worth telling."
Hopefully we can have a.
Have fun in the rain.
God damn.
Okay.
What do you get for leaving early?
Thank you for your
I would
wonderful
not-
story.
I would not.
And
fuck
thank
with
you
the
for
Vistani.
sharing the
We're
fire
gonna
with
get
us.
Vistani.
I'm not scared of a man who can't stop the rain over his head.
Reedy's such a bully.
Most everybody.
Yes. Which means I fear no one.
So that's it. That's all you guys are going to say. Okay,
Take care.
Oh,
Hopefully we can have more stories to tell in the future.
it's okay. I hope to see you on the road.
Yep.
He says, "Stay dry." And he says,
That's not going to be a problem.
You know what? Can I ask you one question?
Yes.
What was the story you made based off of?
That is a good question. He
What
says,
are I'm gonna.
but a story cannot truly be told unless it has ended.
Okay.
So I cannot tell you.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn over to Esmeralda. I'm gonna say, what are sprinklers?
Sprinklers. What was that in reference to?
Your story had the guy literally like
Oh,
on
yeah,
fire
that's
with
right. Sorry.
sprinklers.
Okay, yeah,
And what is a firefighter?
Okay, I forgot some stuff. Sorry, when I wrote it. Oh well. You see
One
through my
d6 psychic
voice.
damage.
I got a pee.
So Arturi says to Esmeralda, he says, "May I have a? Or you got a pee? Well, I'm just gonna have a break.
Oh, we
So,
should let
well,
Kathy know.
If you just give me, does she need?
She said give her 5 minutes.
Oh,
let her know.
let her know. Okay. So he says, "May I have a word with you,
Yeah.
Esmeralda?" She says, "Okay." So she goes out with him, and in the rain, they're talking for a little bit, and then he leaves. She comes back and she says, "He has told me something that is very important for us to remember tonight.
What is it?
Arturi is cursed, and so he asked that we understand."
Lycanthropy?
He was given a curse that was a vow that the undead would take him. So he cannot settle at night for worry of the undead coming to him. He must continue to move.
Ah, okay.
He said, so we should be on the lookout for anything that comes in the night.
I'm gonna turn over to W. Can't you just use Lehman's tiny hut to let him rest for the night?
He's gone.
Yeah.
And she's gone too. He says, he said this though, anything that appears, keep your swords sheathed, do not do anything. They come only for him.
Okay.
So whatever we see, he said, ignore. Do not attack it. Even if it stays around, even if it looks, he says, it will not harm us. We are to just simply ignore. Okay, that is his curse. As a Vistani, I understand these things happen. He did not relate anything about his curse other than this.
Mm-hmm.
So he said, thank you for the stories, and he appreciates your win, Grutz.
Yeah.
And he hopes to see us on the road again. Okay?
Surprised I won.
So, why?
I didn't think so. I was doing the math. I was like, what are the odds?
No, why not? Why
Yeah.
not? Okay, so let's go ahead and break, and we'll. I didn't know I had to give Mom 5 minutes, so I might have said something better. We'll just go ahead and break now, and everybody can go. Okay. Well, we didn't give her quite 5 minutes, but that's okay. So we'll be back in 5 or 10 minutes. I didn't know she had something big. Well, you have to have money too. I mean, you have to have the wherewithal to own a place and be able to
And I mean,
to support children and have children,
in the US,
and then you have to have somebody at home with children.
Yeah.
Like it's hard.
Yeah, like in the U.S. nowadays, you need both
parents working.
Yeah, working.
Yeah.
It's harder than
working,
ever.
it's hard enough.
It's harder than ever to afford a house nowadays
yeah.
for new people.
Yeah, they're doing this all on purpose,
The
man.
mouse pad with the dog on it.
That's them. Yeah. I love Grampy. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it said move.
No. It's,
What?
I'm like, get the fuck out of the way.
no. It says I love Grampy. I laughed my head off when I got it. Okay, so you guys are. Oh, you can go ahead and fire us up again. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, we could go down the trail on that whole discussion.
Yeah.
I've seen some scary video that I could forward to you about these guys talking about it. They're standing up, the world,
Oh yeah,
whatever.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember who the guy was.
And then
It
there
was.
like some things where it's like, oh, everyone had like a communal car in the future, and nobody would ever own their like.
They were just
their
talking about
family car.
what are we going to do? How are we going to? And then you get all these like the Infinity Wars where Thanos just wants to get rid of half the people in the universe.
Yeah.
Like it's this big solution and all this. It's like,
Oh, they're gonna send them all on Mars with Elon. That's how you get rid of people. Go to Mars.
yeah,
it's great.
especially go to
Fantastic
Mars because
over
there's
there.
not a goddamn thing there.
Yeah.
And they all die.
Just dump everybody out and yeah, that's it. and then their
It's a nice
bones, I
restart.
guess.
Oh, they
I
didn't
guess you
make it
live,
stop.
survive. Your
There
bones
you
are
get
there
to be
forever
rich.
because it's like the desert, right?
They're like, where are we going? We're not going to the Mars.
You're the
We're-
richest
we're-
people on the planet.
Yeah. You get
Okay, so
started.
you guys are going to set up like now. Okay, you've only got 20 feet, right?
That's true.
So you tell me, what are you going to do for the evening?
You can't. If he goes to sleep, it breaks too.
Oh, you got to stay up.
That's okay.
No, I'm just gonna summon.
Is it concentration spell?
Oh, see,
It's a bonus action.
Lieberman's tiny hut.
Leave him on tiny hut.
Look at that. We're not
Alright.
even need.
Who's it called? Lieberman's?
Yeah.
Liamans.
Lieberman's?
Yeah,
Okay, so it's a tiny hut.
It's a tiny
Okay,
hut.
how big is the hut?
I think it's big.
Big
inside.
enough.
Big enough. Okay. All right.
We can
Okay,
all
it's
sleep
big
on the
enough.
floor. We can snuggle. It's fine.
Yeah,
Is it going to fit everybody? Is it going to fit 7 people?
I can
Yes.
snuggle. I'm gonna sleep in my ring. I'm the
I
big
can
spoon.
snuggle.
I'm the big spoon. Someone's the small
I can
spoon.
snuggle.
I'm gonna disappear.
I'm going to spoon.
I'm the big spoon. Who's big
Oh
and
my
small?
God.
I'm just gonna disappear in my ring.
Okay. That helps a little bit. How big is it? I mean, how many people can get into it? Does it say?
You know, let me look it up.
I'm gonna tell my aunt.
And it's Lieberman's? What? No, I keep getting it wrong. It's not
20
Lieberman.
feet in
Leomans.
diameter and can hold up to 9 medium or smaller creatures.
Okay. Well, you got one in a ring too, so
Do you want to know something really funny though? I had the choice between the hut or the tower. I could have gone with the tower, but I picked the hut.
Well, technically the hut is slightly better.
It prevents
people can't
the
break
real
in.
Yeah.
But the tower,
Okay.
people can always just break into.
So is everybody going to sleep? Are you going to stay? Well, you're in the ring, or
I'm in
do
the
you?
ring.
You don't have to be in the ring
Yeah.
if you don't want to.
No, I'll just be in the ring.
Okay.
Rest my 4 hours and then pop out and watch people as they sleep.
Okay. So, are you the only person that's going to be awake? Is anybody else awake? Are you guys going to do
We're just gonna
shifts? Everybody's going to sleep. So, okay. So as you're asleep, all right, as you're when you wake up to the sound of some clawing outside. You can
Okay.
feel hear some clawing around the area on the trees.
Isn't he in a ring?
He said are you in a ring or not? I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna.
I'm confused. I'm
not
sorry.
gonna be-
I thought he
if
was
we-
not going to sleep.
Yeah,
He was
if
gonna,
we- well, I don't need to sleep.
I know.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
but you could go into your hut and you could knit for all I know, or your ring.
No, I
so-
had to stand still while I'm resting. Like my character, in order to do a
It's
long
basically a
rest.
meditation.
No, not
That's
a
fine.
meditation.
I-
He's like he's like a plank, just staring.
yeah, it's okay. That's fine. Are you going to stay in the ring?
No,
and
I'm gonna
come
be
out?
out. I'm gonna be out.
Okay, so you hear some clawing outside.
I'm gonna go investigate.
Okay, are you going to go outside? You're going to look. It
Is
doesn't
there a
matter.
window in this hut?
You can see outside.
I think.
I'm
You,
an imaginary hut.
okay, so outside you can
Zero.
see 5
They
ghouls.
can't see in, but you can see out.
You can see 5 ghoulish figures, and they're like clawing at the trees around you. And they're clawing and clawing on these trees, and they're looking around. They're wandering.
They'll most likely pass by us.
Do
if
they
they're
have
nice to kill them.
any? Do they have any distinguishable characteristics? Like
Um,
armor?
No, they're just bodies. They're just ghouls. You can tell they're nasty creatures.
Okay. I'm gonna.
They're undead. You're not sure if they're between ghouls or zombies, but they're like that.
Okay, I'm just gonna watch them
Okay.
as they move.
So they're just out there like digging around and stuff, and occasionally one of them will float away and leave. Another like zombie creature will come dragging in, looking around, and they all kind of look around, and they start to move
It's
away.
Like Where's Waldo?
Huh?
It's like where's Waldo?
Where's Waldo? Yeah, so to speak. And I don't know if you know what's going on.
No, I'm sleeping.
Okay.
I'm asleep.
Well, I mean you because you left.
Oh no, I don't.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let one of you guys tell her what's
What
going
is
on.
it?
Essentially, that one guy's cursed to have ghosts trying to get him. Undead, basically.
Oh,
all
yeah,
around.
I heard that.
No.
That's everywhere he goes.
Yeah.
That's why he
he's
had to
getting tracked
leave.
by the undead, I guess.
That's why he had to leave. Yeah, which is funny because he could have stayed in the
Oh.
hut.
He was
But-
cursed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have removed curse.
Well, you know,
Oh, fucking
he
idiot.
decided to Dana's with the knowledge after he left. He told Esmeralda.
He told Esmeralda.
Oh.
Because we could have offered him a nice night of sleep in your hut. In your
Oh.
hut.
You didn't
that
know.
was my new. That was one of my new spells I picked.
So as you guys are all sleeping, you're watching. You can see W is a little restless, and W, your you can see above you, you can see the sky. And you look down and you see a town. And it looks like you're looking at this town and it's like candle smoke is in the way. And then suddenly you find yourself, you're in a market, and it's familiar, but it's strange at the same time. It's more suggestion than a structure of it. There's stalls that line the road. They're draped in faded silks and lanterns that glow around, but none of them have any flame in them. There's incense you can see curling through the air, and there's this scent of saffron and old parchment. There's merchants that are hawking wares. There's languages that you don't understand. A man's like selling tiny vials of glass and such. And there's a woman. You can tell she's offering memories that are trapped in like laces. She's holding them up. But there's this old woman with this cart that kind of catches your eye, and you go over to her. She's at the corner, and it's real quiet around her. Her cart is heaped with wooden boxes and tarnished trinkets, and as though she just kind of arrived there long ago, and she's just stayed there. She's never left. Her face is all full of wrinkles like a map, and her eyes are sharp, and they're looking at you, and she says, she's got white hair, and she says, she holds out this small box to you, and she says, "You might like this." She hands it to you. It's this small, unassuming box. It's cedar, and it's got iron clasps on it, but there's no carvings or anything on it. So your hand kind of hovers over it, and then just for a moment, you undo the latches with your thumb, and the lid sort of creaks as you open it, and you can smell the cedar in your nose, and inside, nestled in a bed of ash gray moss, you can see first it wiggles and moves. You're not quite sure what it is, and then you realize it's no longer than a quill. It's a lizard. Its scales are shimmering like mercury, and it's stubbly, shining as if there were like twitching and moving around a little bit. Then you see on its back there's these wings. They're like gossamer thread, and they're folded delicately on its back. Its head is small, it's regal, it's crowned. It's got these little hornlets, and it tilts its head kind of towards you, and you feel like there's this recognition deep inside of you as you look into its face, and you can tell it is a silver dragon. It's not, to you, it doesn't feel like it's a beast or a pet. It's like something sacred and something ancient. It's something yours in a way that defies your senses. So it blinks at you. It's slow, and it's looking at you. It doesn't make any sound. And then you hear like a chime in the distance, and there's a bell. It's like ringing underwater, and you feel like a pull, like a tether winding around your ribs, like pulling at your heart. And you say to the lady, "I'll take it." And the woman doesn't reply, but you look up and she's gone. And the market is changing subtly, slowly. Shadows are stretching. It's like it's melting away into the horizon, into everything around you. The stalls that had people in it, they melt into the background itself. And the sky is deepening to like the color of like a plum, like a purple. And you can tell, you can smell and taste like iron in your tongue, on your tongue. And you look at the hatchling, and it is no longer a hatchling. It's starting to grow. It's like once it's in your palms, it's now starting to get to be the size of a cat. And the scales that are dulled, they're starting to get like duller, but they still shine. It opens its eyes again, and you sort of say, "What?" to it, and the dragon's mouth moves, but there's no sound coming out of it, and you hear in your mind, "Wake up, William, wake up." And then the ground starts to crack beneath your feet, and the sky peels open, like a flame comes out, and then as a Great Dane, this silver dragon is growing in your arms, and it's starting to lunge at you, but not at you. You can feel it. It's like it's going inside of you. You feel a sharp, searing cold surge, like it's going through your chest. You sort of grasp, and you see sit upright.
No, he's gonna sit up. He's just gonna keep staring at him.
He's sit upright in your bedroll, and you see Lazarus kind of glaring at you with these violet eyes and this cyan hair looking at you. and you feel cold and clammy and sweaty in the night, and you can hear that the rain, it's all quiet around you, but you hear in your head this echo of wings, and then from a moment out of your eye, it's almost like you swear you see something silver that's slipping into the shadows of the trees, and you wake up and you're looking, and there's Lazarus looking back at you, just staring.
You look like shit.
I had the weirdest dream.
Yeah, I can see that from your tossing and turning.
There was a dragon, a baby dragon, and then it got bigger.
Oh.
And then it told me to wake it up.
Who gave you the
An
dragon?
old lady.
Have you seen the old lady before?
Have I seen the old lady before?
Because usually you don't dream of completely random people. Usually, if you were dreaming, it'd be something you already seen before.
I've never seen her before.
Alright.
It's very interesting.
Well, I didn't see anything, and I was watching the whole time.
Yeah, that's a little creepy.
You do admit to saying, "Wake up, William."
Oh, I heard it.
You say it. You're the one that said
Oh
it.
yeah, I told you to wake up because I saw you storming.
Oh, okay. That's what the voice I heard was.
You died in dream, you died in real life. yeah, just remember that.
Why do you sleep like that?
Huh?
Where you just stare, it's creepy.
He doesn't sleep.
I don't know. I just got used to when adventuring for so long by yourself, you learn to sleep with
He doesn't have an answer.
You learn to sleep with your eyes open, ready for
Okay.
danger.
I'm gonna go back to sleep.
Okay.
Okay,
So
as he does so, he turns his head the opposite direction.
Yeah,
you
I
turn your
thought-
head to look, and there's
I thought I
Lazarus
was gonna
looking at you, laying down, saying, "You can't go back to sleep, William.
Yeah.
You have to wake up."
William. You only have 2
All right.
hours, William.
So the morning comes. During the night, ghouls have kind of moved away, and then you saw something more sinister coming in, floating in. Looked like shadows, dark, sort of wispy-looking ghosts, but there was no features, and they were quite dark. They
Yeah.
also looked around. All of them left, and they left in the direction that Arturi left as
We
well.
smell like him.
Did he say why he was cursed?
No.
Oh.
He just told the girl, and then the girl told us.
Okay, so the morning opens. The sky is now
Beautiful.
not raining. Yeah, the light comes in. It's much cleaner. There is still fog. There is still clouds and such. But the morning
Joke's on
comes.
You, I cast heavy rain.
You want heavy
I'm
rain
just
in the
kidding.
20 square
I'm
feet
just
around
kidding.
you? You
Yeah.
can all be pelted with rain on
Yeah.
top of the 20 feet
Wow,
of.
we knew it when it
Wow.
rains.
Of
I
tent.
can feel it, but
Wow,
it's
I
not
swear.
You can hear the rain, and as Lazarus looks out, it's all clear. And he looks out and he sees a rain cloud on the 20 feet around on top of the.
I'm gonna say that's weird. I thought it wasn't supposed to rain today.
So when you just clear out, you can't. It just goes
disappears.
away. Okay.
Yeah, after 8 hours.
All right. So everybody can go back onto the road, which continues to be uneven.
All the exhaustion level.
There's a lot of moss and
Yeah.
wild grass all around you. Everything's wet and moist. The fog is very thick because of the rain, and with the sun coming up, although you don't see a sun and the heating up, it makes what's wet sort of condenses more. So you've got a real thick area of fog all around you as you're walking through these woods. And there's a breeze that's chill that sweeps in as you're walking. Okay, so the trail cuts through the road as we've got here, and it continues north. As you're walking along, let's see, there above, you can hear some lapping of water, and up above the tree line, you can start to see the tower that rises up above where the trees are, and you know that the lake is there.
Oh,
You're
that's
very
right.
close. It's just an hour or so away. Hasn't been a very long walk.
Wow,
as
there's a
you-
tower.
Yeah,
it's a
beautiful
tower.
I always wondered why wizards live in phallic-shaped
Because it's their gooning.
Especially because they're,
That's the goon
what's it called,
cave.
Groon or Goon? Or,
Yeah,
okay,
Do
Goon.
they need to live in
It's a
big
good
towers like
All
that
right.
because they're compensating?
So as you approach, you come out of the again, you come out of the woods, and you can see the lake is out in front of you, and there is a strip of land that goes out in front of you, and you can see the tower that's at the edge of the lake. It's streaming up above you, It goes up 3 to 4 stories high above. You can see it. And in front of it, as you approach, there's a blackened plot of land. And Esmeralda is walking ahead of you, and she's kind of skipping along, and then she stops in her tracks, and you can hear her, and she says, Complata is gone! My goodness! Oh my gosh! Chile! Oh no, mi fardo! You can see her, and she's kind of
What happened?
looking along. You can see that there is a once sturdy wagon. It's shattered and charred all along there. There's just a bit of a frame left.
Danny, look over there. It looks like there's a werewolf body over there.
Her stride falters. She's like, her eyes are widening. You can see she's looking at her. She says, "What the hell, mi fardo, complate, my scrolls, my weapons, my lira." She goes, "It was all mine. Oh my God, look at it. Oh, God's blood. I just fixed the wheel. I even just fixed the wheel." She goes up and she starts kicking at stuff. And she's shoving stuff all around.
I think I figured out we did.
No. This was my home, she says. My supplies, my damn holy water, all my holy water is gone.
I'm gonna shove the Vistani holy water I have deeper into my pocket.
Great. She's looking around. She goes, "Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. This is horrible." She's looking at you all. She's saying, "My father is gone. I can't believe it."
Esmeralda, I think I see dead werewolves over there.
Werewolves? Where?
I'm gonna
She's
shut
looking.
the door with the dead werewolves. All dying at the door.
This is a
There's
good
no werewolves over there now.
opportunity.
Oh, maybe they went.
This is a golden
They probably went and
opportunity.
picked up the body
A
or
beautiful
She
restart.
says, "You all don't understand.
This is a beautiful
This is
restart
terrible.
of your life.
No, it's my Vardo. It's
No,
gone.
but here's my question.
Only a complete idiot would go up to a warded Vardo and explode it. What kind of moron does this?
Well, there's plenty of
did
probably.
it?
I mean, there's plenty of werewolves or something around here.
Werewolves, they're smarter than that. They know better than to mess with a Vardo.
Well, clearly,
They're smarter.
Clearly, your word didn't work because we don't see.
They
dead
should have
bodies.
known better. They know what kind of dummy would do this.
Well, it looks like
Total moron.
No.
Set it to blow.
Clearly, they knew something because you don't see a dead body here. So whoever did it.
This
managed
is
to
incredible.
survive.
Everything I have is gone. She's like kicking around all this stuff.
Technically, this was done by a professional.
There's broken glass.
Yeah.
There's patches of cloth. There's everything
Maybe-
burned up
maybe
shoe.
the person
She's
who-
picking up some metal pieces and throwing them.
Esmeralda.
She says, "Oh my God, you're going to freste in a boche. I had a gundown alasamia. I'm
Gotta be careful.
She's
This might be
pissed.
racist.
She's pissed. She's finding some bottles of water and she's looking at them. She's throwing them down. Someone tried to invade my bardo. They got quite a surprise, I tell you.
Well,
They're blown to bits.
Well, not quite enough. I don't see any blood or anything like that.
Exactly.
They're blown to bits. What you talking about? They're gone.
Must have
What
been a
happened,
professional.
Esmeralda, that they went in the tower?
Oh, what happened if they?
What if they went into the tower?
They're gone. They're blown up.
No, what happened if they used like a mage hand or something? They're standing in there and like it blew up and nobody was
You
hurt.
think that could possibly happen?
That could have
What kind
possibly
of coward
happened.
would do something like that?
Someone who doesn't want to get blown up.
I'm stupid. Oh my gosh.
Why the question? Why would they wait to blow up?
All of my possessions. You do not understand. Oh, she's looking around. She's like,
Yeah, why would you set your
Why would
shit
you
to blow
rig your
up?
own thing to blow up?
We have to keep them away. Well,
Okay, so it technically
alright.
this is your own fault.
whatever the wagon
You left a
has,
perfectly good wagon
there's
outside
no more. There's
and
no
defended
more.
it
No
only
more.
with a bomb spell.
Yeah. It's like
This is on you. I
Pieces
can't.
of it skittering
I-
across.
I can't
Says,
feel sorry for
I
a person.
find out who had anything to do with this. I will make them wish Strahd got to them first.
But you-
don't understand. What idiot doesn't respect the Vistani craftsmanship?
But-
what is wrong with people nowadays?
But
these
you
children,
rigged it
these
to
kids have no
explode.
respect.
I
So
agree. I
realistically,
agree.
this is all your own fault.
You know what? I'm gonna pull out my.
The
my-
worst that could have
I'm
happened
gonna
was it
pull
got
out my
raided. You could have
I
fixed the
swear, people
wagon.
are just getting stupider and stupider every day.
You know, maybe the person who did it is dead. They probably are
Maybe
Maybe
dead.
they died, yeah.
Well, I don't see any bodies around here, so I don't
They're
think this
dead.
got them.
No, the werewolves could
I think
have
this is what got
Well,
them.
there's
You don't
werewolves.
know.
There's werewolves around. They could have took the body parts.
That's
They could've
true.
eaten
We
the
should
body
check that. We
parts.
should open them up and check their stomachs
I
to see if
can't
anybody got
believe it.
digested.
It's been a few days.
I want
You know
everybody
that.
to roll a 20. Just for me, real fast.
13.
17.
6 and 11.
5.
17.
Wait.
Who scored above a 12? You?
Me, I
Okay,
did
you
too.
too? Okay. You can hear the faint sound of music.
Ooh.
It's emanating from just off to the side of the tower
I'm gonna go
itself.
in the direction of it.
Time to go kill someone.
You can hear a female voice, and she's singing.
I'm gonna
It's not
clog my
Rick
ears.
Flavio.
You're gonna clog your ears?
I don't want to fucking get a siren again.
You don't get a what?
The last time I've been to a lake and heard a female singing, it was a siren, and his character fucking died.
Yeah, but you don't know this.
You-
That's the
yeah,
wrong guy.
it's
Yeah,
not
you don't know
you.
about that.
Fine, I'll go towards the sound.
Okay.
I'll
You
play.
hear somebody singing. Hero stars, my yearning plea to feel this arms upon me. Lost beneath the starlit sea, his light it awaits, haunting me. Draws his whispers close to me, that in his shade I must see. Heed his call. Ooh. It's just this music.
I'll
And
follow.
somebody is playing what sounds like a musical instrument, but it sounds kind of strange. The musical instrument kind of like that. It sounds kind of odd. You can see sitting by the shore, there's a woman that's sitting off on the ground. She's got blonde hair. It's really ragged. It's all fluffy. It's like scroggly. She's clad in animal skins, and she's got a lyre. What looks to be like a lyre. It's a little burned up and kind of crappy, and some of the strings are gone. It's in her arms. She's got pale, like white hair, cascades over her
Esmeralda, I
shoulders.
think that's your lyre.
Does she have
Esmeralda's looking at her like,
Does she?
that is my lyre.
Wait, does she have gloves on?
That's my lyre. No, she does not.
Okay,
have
I'm gonna
gloves.
go up to her and say nice song, and I'm gonna toss her a silver coin.
Well, first of all, you say nice song.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, she was starting to sing, but she stops, and you throw the coin at her, and it hits her, and it falls off.
Okay.
She doesn't do anything with it. Nothing. She has. You can see she's got some papers next to her, and she's got some like a vial next to her as well with a cork. You can see there's something in it. And Esmeralda's looking at her, and she walks up to it. She says, "That is my lyre."
Maybe she's the one who blew it out.
Yeah.
She would be gone. She would be dead.
What if she sent a
Again,
mage
mage
hand?
hand.
What if she sent a mage hand into
I
it?
think she is a mage. Mages do wear.
Well, bards can use mage
It's like
hand.
shit.
She could be a bard.
But she could be a
Find
bard.
out. I will find out.
Go get her,
damn
Esmeralda.
it.
Go get her.
Well, you walked up to her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did too.
She's looking at you, and she's like strumming it. She says, "Oh, are you the owner of the tower?"
No,
Do you live in
I-
here?
No, I do not live in here. I'm a traveler, or I guess
She
we're
sees
travelers.
all of you coming. She sees Esmeralda walking up to her. Was this your wagon?
Not mine, but it's my
Hers.
pissed off friends over there.
And Esmeralda walks up. Esmeralda, you can see. Are you guys all going up to her? or
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
Going up to her? All right. So everybody walks up to her. You can hear Esmeralda's looking at Esmeralda's like, you can see she's like steaming. She says, Esmeralda says, "That is my lyre." And the girl looks at her and stops playing, and she says, "Oh, I used to play, and I found this on the ground. It's not quite whole." She kind of holds it back to her, and Esmeralda's looking at it. Esmeralda says, "Fine. It's no good to me anymore. Just play, sing, do whatever." Esmeralda looks at you all, and she says,
Don't we have mend?
I do.
"Huh?"
Can you mend the lyre technically?
I need both parts.
Yeah, it's like it's obviously been like battered.
Eviscerated.
And
Yeah.
it's all crapped up and shit. You know what I mean? She says, I didn't mean to be a thief. I was just curious what happened. So I was looking around, and I just found some things on the ground." She says, "Who are you? Why are you all here?"
I am Grutz Breaker, leader of the Order of the Sky Blue Rose.
Sky Blue Rose.
Yes.
You are a rose.
Yes.
I've heard of the rose.
Sky blue one.
The Sky Blue one.
Ah, I have heard of roses.
Yes.
Pretty good.
Different hunters,
Yes.
Sure.
group of hunters. I've heard of you. And what are you doing here?
We're here to meet a friend.
You're
We're here to meet a
castle?
friend.
To the tower?
Yes.
My name is Bianca.
Well, hello, Bianca.
She stands up. She shakes her hand. She says to Esmeralda,
I did not mean to take your items. Esmeralda's like, she walks off.
Did she pick up the coin I tossed at her?
No.
I'm gonna pick up the coin.
She says, I am an herbalist. I live in the area with my husband,
Yeah.
off a ways, and we heard the noise long ago. We were afraid to come and look, but I came and looked, and I find all these things here. Are you all going into the tower?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Gotta fake it till you make it.
Let's see, she says, I found this bottle too. She picks it up. She says, it's perfume. Does anybody want it? I just reminds me of when I was young. And
I'll smell it.
so you smell it. It's got a faint scent of like sage, and
I'll
not exactly
keep it.
sweet or anything like that. But
Why not?
she says, it reminds me of long ago before I met my husband.
Why not?
She says, these papers, these are I wanted to look. I used to read some books. She says, but you want to look at them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like scrolls. You can tell there's some scrolls.
Ooh.
She says, I wasn't able to read them. I can't decipher them. She said, did you like my song?
Yeah, it was nice.
She said, it's titled The Lunatic's Lament. It's about a woman who falls in love with the moon
Damn.
and chases it off a cliff.
Happens.
She falls to her death.
Oh,
That's what
that's
you
kind of
get.
sad.
Too bad she didn't know the moon was like a million miles away.
Yeah.
She says, have you ever fallen in love with someone and wondered if you ever made a mistake?
I find
Definitely not for an
I
inanimate
find that
object.
people who bring that up usually think they made a mistake.
You think so? You think so?
Yeah.
Do you feel the same way?
I wonder if there isn't some truth to what you say.
Yeah. But I at least guess that it probably passes through everyone's mind at some point in their life.
You know, I was a daughter of a wealthy family, and I forfeited my inheritance when I fell in love with this logger. His name is Carol, and against my parents' wishes, I fled my comfortable life to be with him in the cottage over here in the woods, and learn how to become herbalist.
That's good.
You know, she says, while the vampires slept, the wilds were more peaceful. But ever since Strahd awoke, my husband, he acts like he's being haunted. Not by a ghost or anything, but like he's more angry now.
Well, I don't imagine this is the best area to live in, given that there's probably like werewolves and stuff running around.
We have dangers everywhere here, but we've made a good life. We
Yeah.
just simply
I'm surprised. Who do you sell your goods to? Given that
we
you're
live
so
off
far?
the land.
Okay, so you're more of like hermits then.
I'm a herbalist, so I grow herbs, some for cooking, for eating. My husband Kirill, he is a hunter.
Mhm.
He hunts for food, small food, rabbits and birds, and fox.
Mhm.
Occasionally small items. But ever since Strahd has come back, my husband has become different. He's not the same man.
Different how so?
Angry,
Does he go out?
like an absence of control,
Mhm.
not able to handle our situation. Angry at everything. It
So
seems like
what?
everybody is changing, though. Everyone.
So what's his? Why does he feel bad about the situation he in? Isn't he the reason why you're out here living as hermits?
No, he's as I said, he is a hunter, a logger.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I can't explain it really. That's why I asked you the question I asked, and your answer was interesting answer. I don't know. I don't have an answer.
Do you think we could meet Kirill?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you here long? I could bring him here, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you are here at the tower, or where are you going?
We'll be at the tower, but we plan on going to Kresk.
If you go to Kresk, we live up near Kresk.
Oh, you do? Okay, perfect.
We are in one of cottages outside of Kresk. But as you are going along up to Kresk on the road, you will come to a large tree that is very, very, very tall.
Okay.
But it has no leaves on it. It's bare.
Do you have
Very
any?
thick.
Do you have any like wolf's bane
We have
on
some.
you that we can
I don't have it on
buy?
me now.
Okay.
But I have some there, yes.
Okay.
You will need that. It is very dangerous out here.
Yeah. Yeah.
We
Because
stay in our house, our
Mhm.
cottage.
So just look for a tree that's a tall tree with no leaves.
And we are up in the hills behind that.
Okay.
You can follow what do you think I should do about Kiro? What should I say to him? Should I talk to him? Or should I... Have you noticed what I'm asking about with Strahd and his awakening?
You're basically
Are
saying
people-
there's a correlation.
I'm asking you if you noticed it.
I've
notice.
noticed there's been some people who've been weird,
has he eaten
Lifeless.
pies lately?
No.
Okay.
but we would like to take a look at him just
Yeah.
I
to
mean, we
see.
can diagnose him.
We can diagnose him.
Okay.
Maybe he's afflicted with something.
I'm an
You wouldn't
expert.
hurt him.
I'm an expert on
Yeah.
curses.
Have you tried tossing a little silver his way?
No, why would I do that?
Just to see if there's a reaction.
You don't have any that I could toss
I'm
to him.
gonna
We
give her a
don't.
silver
We
coin.
don't listen. I don't want that. We don't have any use for
No,
that.
you can take it.
Thank you. No, I don't
No,
need
you
it.
know, you don't know. I'm gonna go hold out her hand, like put it on her hand.
She's gonna say no. I don't need money. You take it back.
Okay.
I don't need it. We don't buy anything. We live off the land.
Mhm.
We are simple people. All right.
Do you know what your do you
You
know,
know-
like why your husband has your husband ever talked about why he's upset? Like maybe said something.
I haven't brought it up because I'm too afraid.
Mm.
Every week it seems to get worse.
Well, what does he do? Does he just like throw things around or yell or?
Yeah, he does those things.
Do you know what he yells or says?
His anger is it's almost like he feels like he has no power. He feels like he has no way of controlling the things that are going on in our lives. He's frustrated.
So what's weird been happening in your life that's making you feel like you haven't?
No, nothing has changed. That's why when I learned Strahd has awakened, I wondered if there's something rolling over the lands.
Mhm.
So
Maybe he is the land.
So I walk away. Sometimes I leave for a while.
Do you know-
to put space between us?
Mhm. Do you know? Did your husband always live in the woods?
Yeah, his whole life.
Mhm.
He has always been his family small, living in that area.
Hmm.
I moved
How
to be
old
with
is he?
him. He's my age, roughly 30.
Did it look like he would? During your duration, you were married to him. Has he generally looked the same for the whole time?
No, he's getting older.
Okay.
You know. But no, he's very strong.
Mhm.
You know, he's a logger. He has to leave, cut down trees. and
Yeah.
Move wood.
I wish I knew
Very
to fix the.
Oh, we lost this one. Okay.
Did it get full?
Well, I'm willing to give you the scrolls if it makes her happy.
Okay.
and
Sure.
The perfume.
How much of that champagne Dulachant do we have left?
None.
None. Shit. Do I have
She
any
says,
other
"Do you
bottle?
want the lira? It's been so long since I had something." Like
No,
this
you
before
can keep it.
You think she'll be okay if I do that?
Yeah, I think
Don't
so.
worry about it. We're gonna get it very
I might just delete it.
I think she'll be okay.
Okay, thank you very much. I
Yeah, and
appreciate
we'll see you when we get
So
there.
she gathers up the stuff, and she says, "Well, I will see you soon."
Okay.
I'm gonna send my familiar to follow her.
Okay. She's going to start walking out to the, down the path that you guys came up through the wooded area, and she's going to start heading around the lake and start heading up north towards Grass,
Alright.
that area. Okay, so before you stands the tower.
Yep.
Esmeralda's standing over by her Vardo. She's still picking around things.
I'm gonna tell her we got some scrolls back.
She says, "You got scrolls?"
Yeah, she
She's
found some
looking at them, and
scrolls.
she says, She had these?
Yes.
It's good to have at least something back.
Yeah.
Okay. So she takes those and she rolls them up, folds them, puts them in her backpack and such. Okay. You're about ready to enter the tower, but we'll wait for next week.
Yeah, we have to do like a dance move or whatever to get in.
Then the next, there's a series of steps.
I want to see it.
But we can't say we know the steps, or else it gives it away.
There is a little, once we go to the door, we'll talk about that. I have to pull that stuff back out.
Yeah.
No, we're gonna feign ignorance. We're gonna watch Esmeralda
Yeah,
do
we're
it.
gonna watch Esmeralda. She's been in the tower before. She can do it for us.
Well, that's true. That might eliminate me having to.
Yeah, because why should we know how to do it? She should be the one that knows how to do it.
That's true. That means I don't have to waste my time doing that, so I won't bother. How's that? Okay, we're good. Good job. Nice stories.
The moment we do it in front of her is the moment she gets suspicious.
Do what in front of her? I'm
The
sorry.
way to open the door. She's like, how do you know
Oh, I see.
immediately how to open the door?
Let's see.
And then the cold sweat starts to form.
What if the guy, her husband, is
And
the
then
hunter we're looking for?
Well, yeah, that's why I had my in following her. And I think it's going to be funny.
Which hunter is that?
The
One-eyed hunter.
Look for a mighty predator, a hunter of hunters. He stalks this land in hopes of slaying the mightiest of all prey. This one is more than he seems. His sight is clouded, but he is doomed by a hunter.
That's what I think.